aimless in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Welcome, everybody, to the Road and Tow Show, episode 28, special guest for public safety, part 2 of the public safety story. To the Road and Tow Show. I am your host, Tow for Life, my host, Road Dogs Media, co-host for tonight, public safety, official misconduct, American Justice of Texas, and the lovely Heather Holt. How you guys doing, everybody?
What's up, everyone?
We're
doing
back.
good, guys.
I know everybody was missing me on Friday. Tow for Life's back in the building. Here we are. I said I'd be back, and I'm here. So, we had a great show on Friday. I was popping in and out watching it. It was a good show about for public safety and official misconduct story. And there's a lot more to the story, which we're going to cover tonight. And official misconduct was going to be on her own device, but it was just going to cause too many problems. So she's just going to knock for public safety out the chair when it's time for her to talk. And he's going to just lay on the floor and cry about it.
That's why I brought her. Man, if I ever need a break or anything, I finally got one here, you know.
Right on. Welcome in, everybody. Let me address the chats. Colacoy, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in, best friend. How you doing, Colacoy? M-Star, welcome in. Banana, welcome in. Howell, Mr. A.K.A. Laptop Audits, welcome in. We are linked to actually a lot of channels tonight. We are linked to, of course, the Road and Tow Show, Tow for Life on Twitch, Heather Holt, American Justice of Texas, YouTube, and Facebook. And we are linked to For Public Safety and Big Man Audits. I forgot. Big Man, he was in here earlier. I think he's kind of working and doing a little thingy thing, but, you know, Big Man always pops in and out. That's how he does it. I'm glad to see everybody. I did miss you guys on Friday, but I needed to take some time away to get my head right. And I had a good weekend. Got a little pampered a little bit. Felt good. Been a long time.
Ain't it great when you're sick, when you get a little pampering? That's what us guys, like, we could be the toughest dudes in the world, but when we're sick, we just want to be coddled.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was great, dude. It's been a long time since I got pampered like that. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah. Oh, so, fuck, I know exactly what you mean, bro.
It was great. It was great. It was great. I came back with a smile on my face. That's all I got to say.
That's what's up. Well, we're glad you're feeling better, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm glad you guys were here Friday and Road Dog didn't have to work too hard because every time that I have to miss the show, I'm always worried about how hard Road Dog's going to have to work. But he always has a good we have what we all call it the Bamly. And we got a lot of good support in our little Bamly is what we call it. People behind the scenes of the show, people out here in the front of the show. So it wasn't too bad for Road Dog. He handled it like a trooper.
Road Dog killed it, brother. Yeah, he did a good job, man.
Thanks to my little helper there, Heather.
Yeah.
And of course, yeah.
And Jody.
Yeah.
And Jody, yep.
Jody
I've
FJ.
been running around online saying hi to Jody here and there. Everywhere I go, Jody goes.
He just popped in the chat too. What's up, Jody FJ, my man?
What's up,
what's-
Tony?
DJ K. Dot, Sweet Tea Audits. Welcome in, y'all.
Hey, sweet
Mark
tea.
Wilson. Mark Wilson's part of the family. Well, welcome in, Mark.
Bananas here. Hey, Banana.
Yeah.
M-Star.
BANANER. That's my girl. I got to say that to Banana all the time. Colakoi, yeah. If y'all don't know who Colakoi is, Heather or Banana just dropped this link. Y'all check Colakoi out, man.
He
Colakoi
plays
is,
some great music. He's
yeah.
always laughing and smiling, and he drops links like you wouldn't believe.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
We will definitely hit him up.
Yeah, this guy is he's nothing but pure energy, man. When he has his live stream, he's just up there listening to music, and he's just having a great time with it, man. It's great.
Nice.
What's up? What's Truth? Welcome in. Canada is watching. Faith Farah, welcome in. Just kind of reading the chats. So Car Thief, what's up? My favorite tow truck driver. What's up, buddy?
Hey, my boy.
So we ended the show, Road Dogs ended the show last week on Friday. We were just about getting into your to the raid that the authorities did on your property.
Yeah, we had sort of just brushed into that, and then it was awfully late, man.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I mean it was.
Did you see what happened right whenever I was telling everybody about the moment? I was telling you about the moment in time in the story where the raid happened. My fucking electric went out. I'll be honest, man, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck,
Really?
not again?
Well, I'll be honest. I may or may not have caused a breaker to kick.
I imagine so.
He was like-
she wanted to scare me. She tried to get me to run out of the room, but it worked.
He's fast when he wants to be.
Heather, you're gonna have to refresh that because it's showing him totally linked to the channel.
I'm on his page. It's not showing.
I couldn't figure that part out, guys.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him live either.
Have you went
I need
live?
to-
You went
do I need
live on your page before, haven't you?
No. Do I need to start?
Oh,
it
you
live?
never went live? You
Oh,
never
he hasn't set it up yet. Okay.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Well, I mean, do I just hit the live button or?
No, you can't.
Okay.
You gotta go into your YouTube channel and you have to toggle on live streaming. And when
Okay.
you do that, it takes 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you what, man. If y'all just wanted to hit me up the link again later, I'll.
All right. Yeah.
Whatever.
That's what I started to say. I'll just email it to you again.
Cool. Yeah. Sorry about that, man. I actually know I should have already gone live a couple times by now. I just haven't done it yet, man. We've been in the right position to be live, and it's just like, fuck, I didn't go live. I probably should. When it happens, man, it happens so quick. You have no idea it's coming. You know.
And I was telling Road Dog I wanted to do something a little bit different today when it came to the beginning of the show. And I was going to do it about halfway through the show, but I'm going to do it now because we got a lot of people watching. I'm going to make the mods work for themselves right now. Mods, I want the mods to start dropping everybody's links. You guys know who I'm talking about. I want everybody to go out. If you don't know these people that are in the chat or you haven't went and checked them out, check them out. These are all great channels. You have Big Man Audit. You have Lady Justice, Liberty Press. You have American Justice in Texas, Heather Holt, Tow for Life, Road Dogs Media, DJ K. Dot,
Denver Metro was in here too.
Denver Metro, Big Man Audits. I mean, all these people, Chuck Bronson, go check Chuck Bronson out. And speaking of the devil, I was gonna do my special shout out. Check out American Amy too. I see her in the chats. What's up, Amy? Speaking of devil, one of my best friends out here, NC Tyrant Hunter. Everybody, if you ain't subscribed to NC, go over and subscribe to him. Let's get him to 100K because at 100K, NC Tyrant Hunter is going to be giving away a whole bunch of stuff. I've seen the piles and the piles of stuff he's giving away. We're talking about cameras, talking about sports cameras. We're talking about camcorders, equipment, lights, tripods, merchandise, shirts, whatever. I mean, he's giving away pretty much his house. I mean, Mama Bear's going to kick his ass. He's giving away so much shit.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, right.
he's going to give me a GoPro 7 or some shit when he hits that number.
Hey,
Don't forget
you
Sweet
gotta
Tea
make sure. Hey, you gotta make sure you subscribed and with the bell on, because if you're not winning shit.
Shit, bro, I've been subscribed to you since the beginning of Sand.
Hell yeah. But I would still listen. I would still go check, make sure, because YouTube's been doing some funky shit here lately.
It has.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Unsubscribing people, fucking unmodding people and shit.
Yep. Choking
Crazy.
it up. I tell you what, even I got hit and I was like brand new, man. I just started my channel and
Yeah.
I saw my numbers go up and then just darted way back
Yeah.
down. It was crazy.
Yep. It's funky, man. You'll have subscribers missing and shit. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And don't
And
forget,
I just wanted to come up here and show support. I'm sorry, Heather. I wanted to come up here and show support for the Road and Tow Show. That's why I'm here.
You know, because you are part of the Bamley, baby.
That's right.
Family for
Family for life. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to Hammer Time Media, Howell County, aka Laptops, featured on NC Tiger Hunter's channel.
That's right.
And don't forget, Mods. What's up, Denver Metro? Mods, drop FTG's link. Go check out FTG. They're a new paranormal channel. They're my family. They got some great videos. They already got posted. They got some more coming out in the next couple days. So, and they only got like 15 or 20 subs. So let's get them up there, guys. Come on, man.
And let's not forget our newest baby, Miss Sweet Tea Audits.
Oh, Sweet Tea. Yeah, I didn't see her name cross. So
She's
I
modding
forget.
over in my room tonight.
Yeah. So and drop the link for Sweet Tea. Let's get Sweet Tea up there. She needs some. She needs to get up to at least 500 too, along with American Justice of Texas, Heather Holt. We need to get them up there, guys. We got the people in here. Let's do it.
I'm almost at 200. Woo woo.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Party time. Hell yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I want that community page so I can share all these wonderful channels out.
Right. And I'm telling you, I guarantee you, I know for a fact that when these girls get to 500, they're going to be sharing out everything. I know how Heather and American Justice of Texas are. They'll be sharing everybody's stuff. I mean, from paranormal channels to kitty cat channels like Gen Wow and all that kind of stuff.
Music, auditing, all of it.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Another one that's
can
thrown in
I
there
say,
would be Little Ridge Farm.
Yeah, Little
Get
Ridge
them up there,
Farms.
too.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I just want to make everybody aware. Look, when you see in the chat, right? Because it's fucking with me pretty hard. You know, on the restream, you can see everybody's room, everybody's this restreaming this broadcast, right?
Right.
But if you're in the Road and Tow Show and you see Miss B, right? I try to highlight Miss B's name. I can't do it because I'm not in the room she's in.
Right.
You
Correct.
understand what I'm saying? When you
Yes.
put the @ symbol, it highlights the name, right? So I can't do that. I just want to make everybody aware. That's messing with my head right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. I'm trying. I said, why can't I highlight nobody's name? God damn it! I'm trying to highlight names here, and I can't do it.
You should be mod in every room, so somebody slapped.
I know, but I don't have them all open. I don't have all my monitors lit up right now. Yeah, I got 20 open, but you know I need like 20 more. Keep up with y'all, motherfuckers.
Yeah, right.
It's never enough.
Yeah. And go check out Accountability for All. I forgot to thank my buddy
Oh,
Josh.
fuck AFA. Fuck that loser.
Hey, we got to throw him in there, man, because he's the one that opened the door for us. We fucking love you, Josh. You little pecker.
Right. I'm just giving him shit, man. He knows it.
Right.
You didn't hear the end of that, though, did you? I see you little peckerhead too.
Uh-huh.
He's a good buddy and a bastard all at the same time.
Yeah, right.
man. Everybody knows I love Josh. He's awesome. He just likes to mess
Welcome
with
in,
everybody.
Slow burner.
Slow
I
What's
see
up,
Slow
Slow?
Burner out
Josh is
there.
how I got, got your information and
M-Star?
website contact.
Say that again, Heather. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying that's Josh is how I got in contact with for public safety and official misconduct.
Right. Yep. I mean, it's awesome that you get to meet different even if you're not an activist or cop watcher, auditor, recorder, whatever you want to call it, right? A constitutionalist. I mean, it's all kind of names. Even if you don't even do that, right? It's awesome to see different people on panels, right, that you don't normally see all the time. It's a little intimidating. I'm sure, because it was to me when I first started doing them. So I just want to put it out there. It's easy. All you got to do is just click some fucking stuff on your computer or your phone. And it's awesome to be able to talk almost like face to face, right? I mean, we don't have our cameras on, most of us, but it's awesome just to get to talk to around the world, man.
Yeah,
around the
man.
fucking world. You know what I mean?
Just imagine if
this
we
is
could all be in a room together. It's fucking cool. That's a nice thought.
yeah, it's wild, ain't it?
Yeah,
It
we're gonna
amazes.
do it
It still
sometime.
amazes me.
We're
It's
gonna
all
have to
good,
do
man.
like some kind of annual meeting or some shit where all of us, certain people can just have a fucking ball. A few days.
Well,
and
we kind of do that in Discord. A handful of us. We'll get in there and talk. I mean, it's sort of like this. You can cut your camera on. Everything else, and that's pretty cool. I've been using it a lot more here lately because of Road and Tow and Heather and AJ Tow for Life. I've been using Discord way more than I used to.
well, now I'm talking
M-Star.
about a real in-person meeting, like we all should do.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That'd be cool as shit.
Hey, we
Watch
did.
out, police, because we'll be auditing the fuck out of that territory.
Yeah. Check this out. We did get together. A bunch of us went to Georgia, and there wasn't no big names, right? I mean, there was no big names. It was just people that we met on YouTube, right? And it was pretty awesome, man. There was about 15 or so of them. We cooked hamburgers and hot dogs and shit, and just talk shit to each other. You know what I mean? Just fucking
Just a
went.
greeting,
It was
yeah.
great. It was great.
Oh,
But
and
anyway,
I'd
I'm gonna
like
shut the fuck up now.
I'd like to say we have a special person visiting. Our very first interview, Mr. Robert Bodell, is over in my chat. Hello,
Oh, yeah.
Mr.
Whoop, whoop.
Bodell.
What up, Robert?
Welcome in, Mr. Bodell.
Mr. Bodell is an awesome guy, man. He really needs help. If anybody can help Mr. Bodell with anything, anybody close to where he's at in Alaska, he's an awesome guy.
Oh God,
All
Joe Cool. Joe Cool, Michelle's Mobile Media, welcome in. I just
Fuck Joe Cool.
I just want to address one person in the chat. DJ K Dot, if you're still watching, bam, that's for you.
Ah,
He said that's the first time he's ever seen me on camera, so I gave him a second time.
There it is.
there you go.
But anyways, so let's get down to the brass tactics of the show. We had our little fun through the shout outs to everybody, so we're gonna rock on. So you want to start it off there for public? I'll bring you up like I told you I was going to. Here
Oh
we
yeah,
go.
I mean, yeah. Do you want me to kick it off or?
Well, yeah, I mean, talk about the video that Road Dog's going to bring up, or whatever you want to do.
right.
Start off from where you ended last week on Friday.
Okay. Well, first of all, everybody, in the flesh, we have official misconduct. Tiff is here. She gets to co-host for our little end of this thing, and I'm really happy to have her so freed up so that she can actually, talk with you guys too, man. She's got a lot of shit to get off her chest, and I think this network has just been fucking amazing for us. Like, y'all have no idea. Thank you. We appreciate it. Much love. And with that, we'll get into where I guess where we kind of left off, the other night was I'd gotten to the point where I explained that they had done the raid, conducted the raid on us. I told some details about how that raid went. And I feel like if you missed that the other day, you kind of missed a lot. So these guys are ready to give you a clip of that so that you can see. And this is just going to be like a minute of it. We've got a recording that goes on for like 28 minutes or something like that. But of course, we're not going to watch that whole thing. I don't even think Tiff and I can handle watching that thing again.
Subscribe and go watch on their channel. They've got many videos, and he's actually dropping one later tonight. So subscribe, hit that bell.
You're going to love the one I dropped tonight. I hope everybody loves the one I dropped tonight, man. It turned out really good. So yeah.
Can I say something right quick?
Of course.
Dropping, and this is I'm telling you what I do, right? As far as dropping videos, you need to look at your analytics and find out where people are watching your videos.
That's right.
They're not watching them at 12 o'clock midnight. I'm telling you that. All right.
Yeah.
So if you schedule a video, schedule it. Most of the time people schedule them around between 1 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm gonna set this one for what my analytics are saying. So it'll probably come out.
There you go.
Just, little heads up. It'll probably come out about midday tomorrow.
That's right.
I don't know if I can wait longer than that anyway, man. I'm every time we do one, like I feel so excited to let it get out there to you all. Not to mention the shit we just did that makes the video. We're a little nervous until it gets out there. Until we start seeing some numbers pop up on there, we're like, "Oh shit, we might get in trouble," because what we're doing is different, man. It's personal, like we're fucking jumping down the throats of the people that wish to do us harm. Really, like me and Tiff personally, that's who we're on. That's what my videos are about. Now, what Tiffany's doing. Official misconduct. What she's doing is she just wants to, better society. Like she wants to make the legal system and the people of it just operate under a much better standards. So her idea, and I support it 100%, is we just want to go around and make sure they're holding up to standards, man. And I'm sure we'll do this as a team for the rest of our lives. And what better person with the knowledge that this person has after what she's been through?
I can't get my wife to do it, man. She don't like conflict, and if you don't like conflict, you just can't get out there.
Mama Bear knocked you in the head with a frying pan.
No, she likes conflict with me. Don't get it twisted, man. She can do the conflict with me, but when other people, she had a problem with that. So.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
And if she ever flips out, she'll kill a motherfucker. I'm just putting it out there.
Well, hopefully it ain't you, motherfucker.
I know, right? Hey, happy wife, happy life, baby. That's all I know.
Sleep tight, darling.
I started calling your phone. You ain't answering. I know what happened.
Duh.
He didn't get hit on the audit. It was when he was sleeping at home.
Frying pan said boom.
We'll have to make a sound effect for it. So
don't get me started on my damn sound effects. My freaking thing's not working right. My damn stuff is not. I don't know what's wrong with it. Still ain't figured it out. But yeah, sound effects. That shit pisses me off. Yeah,
everything I got fucks up at least twice every time I try to use it.
Right.
So guys, where we left off though, was I gave you guys a clip of the raid to show, and I think for anyone coming in tonight, like if they don't see that, then they're probably just going to be lost on everything we talk about. So I would like it if we could just play that 1 minute clip. And what you're going to be seeing in this clip is it starts right after the officers fired an AR when I opened the door. I had already opened the door, and one of the officers that were in the second tier group, like the protective part of the SWAT team, you had your guys that were ramming the door open, and there was like 2 or 3 of them. And then you had like behind them was like a row, like a half circular row of officers on my small porch that had the ARs, and their lasers were all here in my eyes and then on my groin. So when I opened the door, man, you know, and I opened it just immediately. Like I wasn't even stalling or thinking about it or nothing. I wasn't armed. I was in my pajamas. I opened the fucking door and all them lasers were on me. And then all of a sudden, bam, you know, this fucking gun shoots. And man, it was terrifying. But Tiffany was right behind me when I ran to the door. And she had originally picked up her phone to call 911. But I guess she decided, luckily for our case, she decided to start recording when she realized it was not for that 911 would do no good because it was fucking cops. So she actually was recording. So what you're going to see is Tiffany approaching the door and they start yanking me out. And she was trying to record them as they yanked me out. And I mean, I was like, you know, hands out and begging them not to shoot again, you know, because I thought they shot me or my dog. So at this point, what you're going to see is right there. They had just fired the gun. I was still at the door with the door cracked, and I'm begging them to let me just give me a second to get out there without shooting me. So we'll start the clip, and it ends. And what you're going to hear is you will hear the actual point in time where Officer Harrod, fuck you, Donovan Harrod, you fucking prick, grabbed Tiffany's arm trying to get her phone, I would assume, and yanked and broke her back. But you're going to hear Tiffany's back get broken in this 1 minute clip. So
Damn.
Roll
Roll
it.
that bit of footage.
I'm coming! Wait! Please wait! Oh my God! Please don't shoot me!
Come here. Come here.
Why are there so many cops here?
You got somebody else up there? Everybody else in the house?
No,
Nobody else in
my
the house?
baby, my puppy, and my
Saying nobody else
suitcase.
is in the house. There's kids in there.
Oh my
That
God.
right there makes you want to go fucking postal. That's what that does.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah, I
only
guess
a minute and a
me-
half of the full video.
yeah, well,
Dude,
I mean,
that shit was really, really fucked up.
that's the belly of it all right there. I mean, that
Yeah.
that right there probably.
I want to say I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna apologize for them fuckers, man. That was so fucked up, man. And I hope you guys get everything, you know what I mean, straightened out and get something from all this shit, right?
Well, yeah,
I hope you. Yeah, I hope you get every fucking thing that they got, dude. I really do.
Yeah, I plan on taking the treasury out of that fucking county for everything they put us through.
No fucking shit.
And then I want to be able to I want so much out of that I want to be able to utilize it for the right reasons for the shit that they're fucking failing on.
Right, and don't forget about your favorite auditor here, right? When you get it,
Well, I hope Unity's been all. Yeah, man, a little bit goes a long way. I tell you what. I told you we're all gonna have a together.
There's no shame in my game, baby. I could use a couple of thou. I mean, I'm just putting it out there.
Hey, I'm just saying, don't forget me when you hit all them subs, and I need that GoPro. You know what I mean?
Right. There you go. Hey,
But
make
no,
sure. Hey, I'm gonna spin a wheel for that, one, baby. You're gonna have to get lucky on that one. But
I'm in, bro.
Hey,
You gotta
I tell you,
ring that bell.
I'll do you right, man. Just it's all
You
good.
just do it the way it's supposed to be, man. I got the craziest luck in the world. You know, I'm like that guy who, if it was the lottery for money, I wouldn't win it. But if it was the lottery for anything fucked up, like
Yeah.
in this one too. And then we got together,
Right.
you know. So now it's like double fucked up merge.
Right.
But
all joking aside, I really feel for you guys. That was fucking horrific. You know what I mean? And nobody should have to live through that. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
hard
sure
for
there's
us to
and-
PTSD
watch it.
Wow.
you know, and it's our video. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
we spent months not being able to go through the steps to explain to people, you know, I mean, we couldn't even understand. And not to mention, that's what tonight I'm going to be explaining. The parties involved on the legal system side, they did their absolute damnedest to try to completely screw us up of being able to understand what happened. They lied, they cheated, they hid paperwork, they threw us in circles everywhere we went. Like we could not get a real fucking report to save our lives, and that is just a violation of of the 14th. I mean, due process is so important for these legal scenarios like this. You know, and here's something that I'd like to tell people that we learned the hard way. When you have to file a lawsuit on some crazy, tragic event like this, the only thing could have been worse is one of us getting killed. When you have to file a lawsuit for this, and I'm talking about people whose family members get shot and shit, you only have 180 days in this state to get a notice of tort in. And it takes more than that just to even find a lawyer. And it takes even more than that to get these asshole crooked sons of bitches that don't want to give you your reports and stuff to even start giving you your paperwork. We didn't get a real report on that day for almost a year.
Yeah.
Almost a year. Now, if you think about that 180-day notice of tort to file a lawsuit, that's what their goal was to keep us from being able to file a lawsuit. I mean, they completely fucked our lives up and drained us financially and broke our back and caused us lifelong damages, you know, and took property that belonged to me and never got it back to me. And they want to hide from a lawsuit. Like, at the very least, I would think they would want to fucking try to hurry up and move it along and try to settle. You know, like, that would be, even the least moral person would be like, oh shit, let's at least, you know, pay for the major damages and try to trick this motherfucker into, you know, letting us get off the hook. You know?
And before all that, my first question is, Miss Official, official misconduct, how are you feeling? Are you done recovering?
We are still going through the process. So, you know, we got some new information as far as the medical avenue. So there's definitely more treatment that has to be gone through, and more physical therapy, more injections.
Oh my.
Just more time.
Possible surgery. I mean, we're at a point right now where they really don't know, you know, what the future holds. They just know where she's at now. And right now she's, you know, I mean, she's doing a lot. Like, she goes to therapy twice a week. Every couple months she has to do, you know, like the cortisone and but there was a lot of damages, you know what I mean? I mean, she probably never fully heal. I mean, but she's not disabled, you know. So I mean, I know a lot of people are going to think this sounds fucked up, but we're actually lucky, you know. We're actually lucky because it could have been so much worse.
Yes.
You know, I mean, they fucking shot an AR when I opened the door. Come on. It could have been so much worse.
Oh yeah.
Talking about me getting shot. Like, I don't even honestly, I really don't even think about that. The first thought that I had was that I was shot, because when they fired that gun, you could feel that percussion on that little porch, you know, that, and seeing all the lasers at the time. I mean, it was like, there in my brain, the very first thing I thought was, holy shit, I'm shot. And I also had like this subconscious thought, like, how am I going to protect Tiffany? You know, that was a subconscious thought. And then it went to my new dog, and I went, oh no, it's not on me. Like, I couldn't feel the hole. I didn't see blood. And I thought, my fucking dog is dead, you know? And sure enough, he was just sitting there looking at me. Like, we were both so shocked. He stopped barking. You know, he was barking like a million miles a minute all the way to the door. And then as soon as that gun went off, both of us, it was, you know, and I looked down at the dog, and the dog looked at me, and we were just both like, what the fuck? But he wasn't dead, you know, and I wasn't dead. And then we started going outside. But anyway, it could have been it could have been worse. You know, they could have shot me and then come in and then shot her. I mean, you know, they were ready, man. Like this wasn't, they weren't cool. You know, there was a couple officers that I believe, you know, had some integrity about how they conduct those raids. But since we had some of the key players that were not playing it right, those guys were so dangerous, you all. Like, so dangerous. Donovan Herod, you fucking cocksucker. The game you're playing is so fucking dangerous to human life. That is why I created For Public Safety, was because of people like you fucking dick, Donovan. All right. So anyway, try not to ruin everybody's feelings and emotions tonight. Yeah, I think
It's too fucking late, dude. Why didn't you do that 30 minutes ago?
man, I tell you, it feels good to get it off my chest, though. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like,
I'm just fucking with you.
I know these bastards are watching this stuff. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you know, I don't care like what they think. I do care what they think I think. You know,
Yeah.
because they're not letting me express it personally. If they had just allowed me and Tiffany to walk right up to them like human beings after they did it, and we sat down and we just said, man, fuck you for what you did. You know, man, fuck you for hurting her, man. And they said, I'm sorry. If they had just done that and then worked it out, we wouldn't be, I don't know, man. I think we might have found some sort of forgiveness, but we're not forgiving them.
Well,
I
and
mean,
we're glossing over the fact that they did not call medical for her.
no,
You had to take her.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, no, 4.5 hours, man, was begging, and y'all heard it. Y'all heard her.
Road Dogs, you got a picture of that back there at the day she came home.
Yep.
Well, let me say this right quick while we got a little downtime. I hope, like I said a while ago, I hope y'all get every fucking thing that the county's got. I mean, down to the spare tire of the fucking cruiser, right? I mean, everything.
Yeah. Well, brother, I mean, to be honest with you, man, I appreciate that. But listen, that doesn't, nothing can fit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't.
I get it. And the taxpayers are suffer. You know, I get that, man. And that's why.
Shit, dude, that tax money don't mean nothing. They spend the shit out of that.
Yeah.
But look, man, I mean, that's the position.
Oh, damn! Look at the brace. That's fucked up. All right, look, I gotta get off here. I'm going out recording tomorrow, so make sure you guys are subscribed and the bell's on. I'll be going. I think I'm going to South Carolina, but I appreciate Road and Tow for letting me up. Heather, AJ, For Public Safety. I forgot your wife's channel there.
Official misconduct.
Okay, there you go. It's nice meeting. Nice meeting both of you guys. Hope to see you guys around a whole lot more. I'm going to bed because I'm old and I've been out working today in the yard, so I am fucking hurting and tired. So I am going to lay down, and I'm supposed to get up at 5 o'clock.
Well, you stay safe. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, good night, guys.
First time we paneled together.
Y'all have a great,
brother. Yep.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a great night.
Mr. NC Tyrant Hunter.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Fuck
coming in.
this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. I'm out of here.
See ya.
Family for life.
And so, did you notice that worked, but everything else he was having issues with?
Yeah, right.
Of course.
But I do want to let everybody know on Friday was the start of the story. If you go to Road and Tow, I've seen a couple people talk about why it started. We will be touching base on that a little bit tonight when she starts telling her side of the story. But if you want, you can always go to Friday's Road and Tow, and it is in there.
Episode 27.
Or go to For Public Safety, hit that bell, subscribe, and watch their videos.
Right on.
And Joe Cool, no, they did not shoot his dog. He thought they had shot his dog. But the part that he didn't tell you was that was a new dog that they had just gotten not long before, because his other dog was killed.
Yeah.
By a family member.
Yeah,
Right.
a family member poisoned my dog of 12 years or whatever, and we had been calling the police to stop those things from happening, and they wouldn't help us. They literally would like refuse to help us. And sure enough, man, we lost 2 horses. We lost our dog, and then we went and got another dog, and then it was like right after that, I thought they shot him too, man. It was just like, yeah. But anyway, no, they didn't shoot Diesel. Thank God, because I don't know how life would be without that little fucker now. I say little, he's like 130-pound pit. He ain't little at all. And at the time he was wild as hell. So, we got him calmed down now. He knows what's up around here. But he's like family, man, and he's not like a dog. He's like a kid, he's like one of ours. And man, I can't imagine if they had done that, but I'll tell you what, they wanted to. We didn't send a clip in of the next, 5 minutes or so after what you all did watch. But that next 5 minutes was literally them discussing, there was a couple of the officers that were begging their superiors that they could shoot the dog. They kept saying, permission to shoot the dog, sir, permission to shoot the dog. Can we please shoot the dog? And they're going, the dog ain't behaving. The dog's going to try to bite you. And they were trying to pretend that the dog was going to bite me and Tiffany because he was trying to get his leash. Man, they wanted to shoot Diesel bad because they did not want to have to walk through that doorway with that 100-pound pit bull of nothing but pure muscle being pissed about the way they just handled his new daddy and mommy. You know what I mean? But we had to work together, and later on we'll probably expose that in some of our videos. I guess this would be a good time to throw this in there. We already went over what Tiffany's channel's about. She's about conduct of all of them forever and ever and ever. And my channel is actually laid out in a way where I'm exposing the characters one by one. I'm going back and I'm auditing these motherfuckers in their position of their authority in which they dropped the ball on us. Now, I can't legally bring this case back in front of them because, we got a lawsuit going on it, and that's not the legal system process. But what I do know is where they don't do their job right. So what Tiff and I have been doing is we've been, as we go through, because we're still dealing with our legal shit, man, and it's not the one that you all just watched. We've still got stuff to do for our family. Like her kids we need custody back of them. And things happen. You need the legal system. I had some stuff stolen off my property not long ago. We called 911. They basically just told us to fuck off and hung up on us. So we don't have access to our legal system. So what we're doing is, now that we know the law and we know that video cameras work to hold them accountable, and we know how to put those two things together.
And on that, didn't you say that they wouldn't give you paperwork and wouldn't answer your questions until you showed up with your camera?
It took both. I mean, we showed up with our cameras first. They still weren't doing it. But once we knew we were in the right offices and that we'd gotten around the bullshit of the runaround, once we learned the legal system well enough to know and have on paper, like, this is your duty, man. This is your duty. We know it. Here it is in black and white under the Indiana state law, federal law. Once we got to the point where we could do that, then we brought the camera, and then we went into the front doors of them agencies with the cameras and that knowledge. We'd already been to these places, but we went back and we said, bullshit. We know now. Here it is in law. And here's the camera. Don't fuck with me. Give me what I'm here for. And that's when we started getting stuff. It took over a year, but now we're good at it, because we've been doing it for our cases. So what my channel is I'm revisiting these people as we need to. And Tiff and I are auditing them as we go. And sure enough, man, these dumb fucks are falling right over their feet again, especially when it's me and her, because they're already so screwed from doing it before. They're just like, still doing it. you know, right back to doing it again. But this time we have you guys. This time we can put it out and show everybody what we've been talking about. Most people don't believe us.
Yeah.
I mean, the shit's so unreal. Like, who would believe it if someone come over to you and said, "Look, last night, man, I had all my property was getting stolen off my land, and the dude sent me a picture, and I called 911, and I said I got about $10,000 worth of stuff being stolen from my property, and God just sent me a video of it happening right now." And then this person said, "So I called 911." And the fucking 911 dispatcher connected me to the county, and then the county asked my name, and they said, "Oh, well, we're not doing nothing for you," and then hung up on him. Would you believe that dude's story if he told you that 911 hung up on him?
I know I wouldn't, and I've experienced it.
No, because they're supposed to always show up for a call of service.
Well,
according to them,
that's one of the many things, and we're going to be blasting that particular instant later, you know. But anyway, yeah. So my channel is like it's in order. You know, the whole process, like the whole thing that fucked us or that fucked our whole lives up, started with Tiffany with DCS, and the first video on my page is the guy. It is the regional director for this area, for the guy who's responsible for the conduct of all the employees in this area. Those are the people that did to Tiff what they did with the kids. So my very first audit is of Brad Fortner. That is your guy who is responsible for all of them. So if you go back and then after that, you'll see that I had to deal with the misconduct of his actions, which was he called the police. Police came, issued us a bullshit trespass. We had to grieve it, you know, and then they sent us to the prosecutor. So we go over to have our meeting with the prosecutor per the major of the police department. Like, he's the one that put this on the prosecutor's desk. And the prosecutor didn't want to meet us. So he fucking gets us kicked out, assaulted by like 20 freaking Clark County police officers that literally put hands on and pushed us out of the courthouse real ruthlessly, you know. So that's the third video. You see, I'm going in order, though. I'm going in order. I'm going to try to keep doing that so that you guys can see there's a structure, you know. But what I'm doing is I'm going to these actors. In other words, I'm going to the positions as they played out in our life. You know, you had the DCS was first, and then the judges. Okay, because I'm going to show you all here in a few minutes what the judges did, and then you had Clark County Police, and then you had the prosecutor. And then you had, and I'm not going to tell you because that's where we're at. But those are the steps we're going in. It just so happens to be working out that way. So I mean, you know, I'm not telling everybody, you know, that they got to watch everything I do or whatever. But I'm just going to say this: if you want to understand and you want to follow what we're doing with this page, with this channel, and Tiff and I both put a lot of work into this for you. We're not making no money or nothing. I mean, we're just sharing it for your safety, for public safety. But we're putting this thing in order as best we can. We're putting all the effort in to keep them, you know, watchable and as short as we can. And I fucked that up at first. But we're trying to bring it to you in a way where it'll make sense if you watch all of them. And you kind of need to start at the bottom if you're following what we're doing it for. You know, you're going to need to start with the DCS one. And, you know, and I mean, there's stuff that you might want to fast forward through. I get that. Fuck my analytics. You know, if you all need to get past it because you got shit to do, I get it. But you're going to want to see what happens to us as we go. Because it's unfucking real. You know, it's unbelievable. It's those types of stories where someone was telling you, be like, bullshit, dude. Or at least you'll wait till the motherfucker leaves and say, he's full of shit. But no, we're not. We're proving it, you know.
Yeah, even my family just now started listening to me about it. They completely did not believe anything I was saying.
People don't want to hear it. You know, they don't want to believe that we're actually dealing with this kind of stuff because they don't want to believe our government's crooked. You know.
Exactly.
They don't want to believe it's their local actors, the ones that they're friends with. You know, we know these motherfuckers. Like, we know most of these people personally, especially me.
Oh yeah, you said you fished with or hunted with one of them's daddy.
Fished, hunted, and played in the band with a bunch of them. Clark County offices, it's not a real big group, you know. I played in the band. So I played music for 10 years, like, you know, out with groups. I didn't stay with the same officer throughout the whole 10 years, but it's a group of guys, you know, they were all musicians. So we kind of, you know, shifted here and there. But yeah, I played in a band with the Clark County Police, different ones at different times for 10 straight years of my life. They know me like they fucking know me. But it's now their kids in. It's not the guys from back then. You know, I'm an old man. So you know, now it's my friends' kids, literally, in their positions that are trying to fill daddy's shoes and trying to like up themselves in ranks to match what their fathers were. And they're cheating, man. They're fucking cheating. You know, they're cheating so bad that they're causing damages. And somebody's got a train on their back doorstep.
Wow.
Yeah.
My bad.
That was loud.
And it's so far away. That's crazy. You can hear it that loud.
Somebody's got a good
Is
mic.
that you, AJ?
Yes.
Holy shit, that's loud.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask AJ if she's seen my text message.
So what we've learned is that these guys have been cheating, and there is some real crazy stuff that we found out that we will be outing on my channel. Like, you all are going to learn the root of all of it, and I'm not going to give that away on here. I'm sorry, guys, because I got to build up to it. And when it's time, man, I'll probably come back on your panel and we can let you know when that's going to premiere and stuff. But you're going to be shocked. It was all for their own benefit, for personal benefit, for something that they're doing, you know, and it'll all come into play. You'll learn. But first, you know, if you guys can be patient, like everybody watching my channel and my Tiffany and my story, you know, if you guys can be patient and make it through all the actors first, like once you guys get past that, I'm going to start exposing the reasons behind it, which we do know. Tiffany and I, we know what it's about, and we know everything, man. Like, we know exactly what's going on in Clark County, and it's been a big problem for a long, long time for a lot of people. So, you know, yeah, it just needs to stop. They got to start doing things. They got to conduct themselves professionally and stop worrying about their own pockets and their own, you know, fame and their own whatever that it is they're trying to achieve, you know, pleasing their fucking
Political
dads.
advancement.
Well, no, you have to wait until I tell you what it is. I promise you're not going to guess it. But it is for their own advance. They are trying to, they have a goal, and it is for their own selves. And I'm talking about actors. I'm talking about specific people in very powerful positions in this town.
They want your property.
No, you won't guess it. Y'all want to do guessing for the rest of the night? I got you. Start go.
No.
What's it for?
I was just thinking, because I mean, you got property with horses in it. I know that. So
Yeah, no.
I thought they wanted your property.
I mean, they might, but look, it's more. This is a different thing. It's a thing that you're not going to be able to guess. But it is a thing, and I will expose it. I promise. So, you know, keep that fucking bell rung, because it'll come out eventually. And we'd like to be faster to get to it, but the thing is, every time Tiff and I go to conduct legal business, like for real,
Yeah.
we end up with another video we got to do in between, because these bastards can't do it right. None of them.
Well, and you know, talking about telling the story, you know, backing up, Tiff, didn't this all start because the wrong information was given on a neglect case?
Yes.
The wrong family was charged?
Not the wrong family. They just had their case information so mixed up that they had the wrong child placed as her child in an incident, alleged incident.
That's
So
that's what I was referring
yeah,
to.
they didn't go like to the wrong house or nothing. They just was called on a bullshit call, and then they had all the details mixed up of what they were there for. And then whenever they did conduct the investigation, they were so terrible at it that they literally like couldn't even get the positions of the people right involved in the incident. They backpedaled. They put like there one report might have mentioned, there was guns and all kinds of stuff, and then the very next report was like, nah, there was just an argument. Next report said these people were here. The next report, when I say next report, I mean another person that's doing a report on the same instance. Like in other words,
we have someone asking what state y'all are in. Y'all are in Indiana, correct?
Indiana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Michelle, there you go. They're in Indiana.
And if you live in southern Indiana, then hug your babies tight and guard them like a motherfucker from Region 18 DCS. They will steal your kids. They are so unaccountable and they are so bad at process. They will steal your kids.
So public safety, I know you heard about ATL and everything he's going through, but and I told Michelle Media, Mobile Media, she's in Louisiana. She has, similar. That's another person that I'm going to swing y'all's way.
Nice.
She has a real horrific story as well. So
yeah, as much as we hate to hear what happens to people, we really want to hear everybody's story that's going through stuff because man, as victims, we need to know each other around and talk to each other about, how we deal with it and just, I can't explain it, but you just got to get it off your chest with each other, and in that you end up kind of helping each other out with what you've accomplished compared to what they've accomplished. And you could really do a lot of good by getting together and really talking about it, man. It sucks, but you got to talk about it. Which is why I'm happy to see her in here doing this because, she's talking about it,
I didn't talk about it for a really long time.
I will say that when we watched that clip of the raid, it had me to the point where I was just like, when this ends, we're going to go back to the camera and and Tiff's going to be gone. She's not even going to be sitting there no more. That's what I thought.
It's still very, very hard. Like there's times where I can block it out and not really listen to it. And then sometimes it just gets me, all emotional. And
we got you here at the Road and Toe Show. So you're amongst friends here for sure.
Appreciate you guys very, very much. One thing I would like to say though, is before DCS actually wrongfully removed my kids, I had about five intentional false reports that I had been reaching out to everyone to try to help me stop.
She was trying to tell the management to fucking take action on wrongful reporting, which they knew, and we were telling them who it was doing she was telling the manager who it was, and the manager was agreeing and knew it. And this fucking manager did not do her job.
I reported it to all of my FCMs, which are family case managers, their supervisors, the regional manager, two law enforcement officers, and I went to the prosecutor as well.
Now, this is just what we have proof of. God knows how many people she reached out to during the time and didn't even realize it. But everybody she just said, that's what we have in black and white. Looking back after 2 years, looking back, we've found it in black and white where she literally made reports to try to stop it before the date they took the kids.
Yep.
She was begging them. She's like, do your fucking job. She didn't even know at the time that was their job. Like she didn't even know about the IC code, which is Indiana code, for reporting false reports. The abuse of the system, which is pretty much nationwide. But in Indiana, there's an IC that says, reporting false reports. And it is their duties, all of them, every one of them. You could be like the lowest level ranked peon involved in DCS or the police or the courthouse, even the clerk. It is your duty. Like it is written in your fucking duties that if you are aware that a false report, intentional false reporting is being done, that you have to report it to specific agencies that are listed in that law. Like the police or the, prosecutor or whatever, because the prosecutor here is not even allowed by the process. Like if me, and we did, like when me and Tiffany go straight to the prosecutor and say, here's the proof, sir, please, file charges on the false reporter because he's destroyed our life. The prosecutor has to look at us and say, this has not ran through the police process. It's not been reported about. I can't take a report from you. You ain't nobody. You need to go back over to the sheriff's station and get them to do it. And then you bring it to the sheriff's station and you tell them, and they say, yeah, I have to be the one to see it, And then you go, well, it was these people. And they go, yeah, but those people have to tell me, and then I have to tell them. And then that's how it works. All you can do is file a defamation civil suit, on your own. No, man, it ain't about defamation. It's about keeping my kids from getting fucked up.
Well, one
by the
thing
system
is I actually did have an officer there at one of the intentional false reports where DCS came to my home, where it was so late they had to be escorted for their safety. And the officer had already contacted him, earlier that day, because I knew that we were probably going to have an altercation. I was not going to force my daughter to go to her dad's that day. And that's exactly what happened. I got a false report, and the officer that I had reported to, came back out with a DCS worker, and he said, no, this is all false. I was just here.
But I'm gonna reiterate what she just said for those of you that might not have caught it. Because see, this is what happens when you get into the details as the victim. What she's saying is that she called a police officer. Her ex-husband was coming to pick up their daughter. She knew because of his behavior that when he got there was going to be an altercation because he was telling her, you fucking bitch, blah, blah, blah. And he was all pissed off. So when he got there, she had an officer meet him there at the time. So the officer witnessed the event in which the dad, like her ex, was acting belligerent and not appropriate. And he actually came back when DCS was called, because that's the guy who calls DCS on her ex-husband. So that dumbass goes and calls DCS as soon as he got booted off the porch, because his daughter didn't want to go with him. She was scared of him. So he calls DCS and made a false report. The same officer that responded to her when she called and said, hey, I need help. This guy's coming over here angry. He came back, which is good. He came back and he told the DCS agents, he said, no, I was here. That's a false report. He told them
he needs to be flagged. He he's done so much. He needs to be flagged everywhere.
Well, wait a minute. He did good. He went back and told the DCS agents. He said, no, the report you all just received, what you're here for, no, man, I was here 20 minutes ago when that happened. That's a false report. He was telling the DCS caseworkers, the cop was. He told them that it was a false report and they needed to fucking get it right. So the cop was actually doing good for her. But here's what we are angry about with that officer. He didn't follow through because he knew that it was a false report, which means he is delegated in his position to report it under the IC of false reporting. Yes. And also that means that the caseworkers that the officer told were also under their authority in the color of their position supposed to report it by law. And if they would do the fucking law, if all the people that work for the law would practice the law as it's written, this kind of shit couldn't have ever happened. None of it. So, yeah, we could go all day, every day for every single night for the rest of y'all's and our lives going into details about shit like just that, Our case is so jam-packed full of that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah. This girl's been through more, trying to save her family she made a mistake, 15 years ago, and hooked up with some douchebag who got her pregnant and then went to prison. And that's who the fuck she has a kid with, man. And he's a piece of shit. And fuck you, Billy, dude. Fuck you. You keep fucking with me, man. Do it on my porch, bro.
It sounds like she's had nothing but a full-time job just trying to keep her family together. I mean, for the last however many years.
Yeah, because her fucking drug addict rat of an ex.
It shouldn't even be that hard.
Well, look, man, her drug addict rat of an ex won't quit trying to cause her damages, man. That's what it's been. You know, it's been ever since he got out of prison. He's been trying to fuck her up with lies, and they're lies, you know. But he goes around lying about us to everybody. Does it to me too. He fucking posted on Facebook. I had never had no dealings with him whatsoever, you know. And I'm the kind of guy that's like, you know, man, if you got a kid, you should always be invited in that kid's life, you know. And I was trying to do that, but it was Christmas, and he wasn't letting Tiffany even talk to his daughter, you know, to her daughter. And man, I just texted him. I just had met her, you know. I was not biased, you know. And so I texted him. I was like, man, you're being awful mean, dude. Can you just let your all's daughter just call her mom for Christmas for about 5 minutes, man, you know. And he got all pissed off and started saying a bunch of dumb shit on my, you know, to me, like on text message. And then next thing I know, I'm getting phone calls from my friends who are saying, have you seen what's on Facebook about you? I'm like, oh God. So I get on Facebook, man, and he had posted that he used my name, and he said that I was arrested at a Walmart for touching a little kid's penis. You know,
what?
Like that's
what the hell?
That's what this motherfucker is like, man. You know, fuck you, Billy, you little prick. Fucking
that right there, that's slander and defamation right there.
Yeah, but you know, what are you gonna say, man? If you can't get your hands on the motherfucker when he's doing it, what are you gonna do? Slander, defamation, you know, yeah, we can do that all day long, but he's gonna keep going because he ain't scared of. I mean, dude's got 23 years on the shelf for 11 felonies. You know, he ain't scared of the law, man. He don't pay no attention to the law, so he ain't afraid of my defamation suit. And yeah, I did file one. And we're probably going to end up sinking him because he's too stupid to fucking keep his mouth shut. He keeps going. But here's the thing, man. We don't care. Tiffany and I don't care to fight that fight. We're not the aggressors. We don't care about that. We literally just want him to mind his own fucking business and not abuse their daughter, which he is, and keep his fucking cocksucker in his life and just share the kid like you're supposed to. And leave us alone. That's what we want. You know, we don't give a fuck about his life. We don't give a fuck about his feelings. We don't give a fuck about anything. Just the daughter, you know, and just moving on. That's really all we care about. But I mean, you know, he is making it into the position where we got a lot to be angry about, you know, and the more he does it, man, he don't even know what's coming because we know the fucking law. We will use it. And I swear to God, man, you know, we are pressing hard to make sure that our officials start practicing it. And I tell you what, Mr. Billy, when the law starts working like it's supposed to, because you had already been back in prison, boy, when Tiff and I get the people that are around you to start doing the law like they promised and their oaths, you will be back in prison, stupid. You will be.
Have y'all gotten in contact with anybody else that has been harmed in similar way that y'all have, you know, through your local government? Because I know there's no way y'all are the first ones.
Oh, no, it happens to a bunch of people around here. Yeah, no, but that's why we're doing what we're doing to change it, you know, because we know who's dropping the ball. We know who it is. We got them. They're on my page already. Like, if y'all are watching our videos, you're seeing the actors. They're already there.
It sounds like y'all need to get a group together, you know, a Facebook group, so that all y'all can get together, put all y'all's information together.
She's tried that. Let her tell you about
They're too scared.
Well, what it is,
they try to get taken down.
Yeah, their kids get took or they don't get their kids back and all that kind of stuff.
Not only that, it's just like I'll create like a private message group for us, and they're afraid. They're afraid to practice their rights and stand up for, you know, what's right. They're just too afraid to do it, and they all back out, and I can't help them from the point that they're at. Now, if they're already damaged like I am, then I mean, you've lost your kids. What else are you afraid of? You know?
Yeah, that's Josh from AFA says this all the time, man, and I couldn't agree with you more. People wait until the damage is so far done that you got nothing to lose before you fight. Yeah. You know, So when she's out there proactively trying to keep these women from getting to the point where she got to, And they're not there yet, man. So what they do is they kind of fight it, and they think, oh, this girl's trying to give me legal. She ain't giving no legal advice. She tells them straightforward, I ain't no lawyer. I ain't giving you advice. All I'm telling you is you need to learn the fucking Constitution, girl. You know, that's what Tiff really tries to do. But, man, I tell you, you can't. Guys, you just scratch that from your head, because here's the thing. What we are doing right here, right now, all of us, I'm talking about you all, me, her, and all you people watching, this is the thing to do. This is that thing you're thinking that you can do. This is it right here.
Yeah.
We know, because we have everything else. All right. We've tried it all. You know, you could ask us if we did this, if we did that. I promise the answer is yes. We did all that. No, not to be a know-it-all or nothing, but it's true. You know, we did. We've done it all. And now we're getting success. It's very slow. And it's painful, but it's success. We're moving forward. We are gaining progress. That's what these videos you'll see how we're doing, man. And it is not just filing something on somebody. It does not come from filing a grievance. It does not come from filing a lawsuit. It's not come from putting a camera on somebody. It does not come from any of that shit. It don't even come from finding a lawyer when you finally find one. It comes from all of these steps, and I'm showing you all. Not me. Tiff and I are showing you all on our channel for public safety. It is what we are showing you that you have to do in totality. This is it. This is how you get progress.
And sticking
Watch
with it,
what we
not
do.
giving up. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to be strong, because they're going to teeter-totter and tease your ass. Sorry, my computer keeps jumping. The screen's jumping up.
Well, and like with ATL the other day, you know, with you video in it, you're catching every word they say in front of you. He was able to catch some things that he was accused of, and the lady that supposedly accused him was like, "I didn't say that."
Yeah. Yeah,
So
we get a lot of that.
Everything you're catching the facial expressions, the nuances, you know, and words matter.
Well, we go back and when we go to edit, you know, to make it worth time, you know, when we create it in a way that y'all can handle, because what we're going through takes hours each time. You know, it takes your whole fucking day up. You can't even go to work that day. You know, when we'd have a legal procedure to do, it takes the whole day long. So we, of course, we're editing, because I mean, otherwise y'all going to be watching 4 hours worth of boring shit of us sitting around waiting for people. But here's what happens when we go back and we cut the stuff that's just literally nothing. That's when me and her look at each other and go, "Did you realize what that motherfucker said? You know, did you catch that?"
You didn't hear it at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. It happens on every one of them. I'll give you an example. We just went and did a grievance. The last video I did, we went and did a grievance with the Clark County major for the police. All right. And he came out, you know, I told him that we wanted to be anonymous, you know, because, man, we're reporting police for breaking the law, you know what I mean, for committing assault. And we needed to do a grievance, but we also really wanted to do a report, you know. But to do a report, you can't be anonymous. If you want to file a report, you got to go in there and spit it all out, your name, everything. And I'm going to tell you right now what they do around here. I'm sure they do it everywhere. The first thing they'll do is try to fucking find a way that they can retaliate against you when they don't help you. So like your very first hurdle is going to be, you know, protecting yourself from when they answer your question, which is, "Can you help me?" Then their answer, if it's going to be no, then they already got you fucked, because if you gave them your identity, man, they know who to come after, and they always reach for that first. The first thing is, "Give me your name. I want your name. You know, I can't do nothing for you without your name. What are you, fucking stupid? You got to give me your name." You know, so what we've learned to do is we don't expect charges anymore. We don't expect that anymore. What we expect is a grievance procedure, because that's due process. That's your 14th Amendment. And that's what me personally, I am a 14th Amendment practitioner. I know it sounds stupid. But in that, you got your 4th, you got your 5th, you got your 1st. You know, what I'm doing is I'm ensuring due process. I'm babysitting due process. You know, I'm babysitting their procedures. In other words, making sure the motherfuckers do their procedure. It's huge.
And I thank you for learning all of this, because you're in a position to teach others of us who don't know a lot about it, and you're getting it out there for someone who may happen upon the videos, our videos or your videos, and they'll go, wait a minute, I'm in the same situation, or my cousin's in that situation.
Yeah, I kind of feel like a know-it-all, because everywhere I go, now that I'm around people that are, practicing their amendments, I catch process violations everywhere. I mean, it's what I do. I catch process violations. I would make the greatest fucking cop, because like I know what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like I could literally go do that job tomorrow. I hate when people say, well, why don't you become a cop? Motherfucker, I don't want to become a cop, because I'd have to work with fucking all the people that don't know how to be cops. That's literally why I won't do it. Yeah, I'm not going to work next to people that don't know their fucking job. It's annoying as shit to have a job like that.
And absolutely, if anybody comes across anything that we have been through, and you guys, have some questions, or if we can help you in any way, please reach out to either For Public Safety or myself, and we will help you the best we can.
Yeah, we can't give legal advice, but what we can do is tell you what we've been through.
Share our knowledge.
We can tell you what we did and if we were successful or not. I mean, if you're in that position and you just heard those things, you know how much that means.
Yeah, I mean, as simple as the actual title of paperwork to file.
Right.
Yeah, we can't tell people what to file or what needs to be done.
No, you can't tell them what
you
to
can
file.
Tell them what
you can
what
tell
we can
them what
do by
you
law.
filed.
Well, we're very careful about this, because, like I said, we know law, and we know that they're like itching. They're itching like crazy to catch us up and doing something illegal. Anything, man. It could be like a bad parking job, I promise. But we don't, because we know it. We know the law like better than they do. I promise, better than they do. That's what our videos prove. But no, what we can do, and I'll say this really clearly one more time. If you have a similar experience that you're going through, what we can do is we can tell you what we did and what happened when we did it in those moments when we in that position. We can tell you what we did, and we can tell you what was successful, what was a failure, what the outcome was of each little thing that you're questioning doing. We can do that. We can, and we will. I mean, we're all about trying to do that, man. Really what the platform means is for public safety. I'm not shitting. I didn't come up with that name because it was like, fucking cool or anything, because it's really not even that cool. But no, it's what we mean. We want the safety of the public. We want you guys to not have to go through the shit that we did, and it's because what we've seen people be through when we go and share what we've been through, man, there's always people been way worse, So our concern is that you don't end up getting it as bad as they did, just like us. We don't want it any worse than what we got it. So like, that's why learning your amendments and practicing them, not going around and practicing like you're thinking, but practicing your own amendments, like standing for your own. It will put the brakes on the bullshit. That's what it does. It puts the brakes on the bullshit. The bullshit still happens, but the airbag pops out, and then you can fix it right fucking then. Which you couldn't do before. Usually you went right on over the cliff. Not anymore. Them amendments, it stops you from going over the cliff. You put the brakes on, you back your car up, you fucking say, this is the thing that I almost hit, and you get it out of the way. That's what we're doing in the videos. So, yeah, guys, I mean, questions like a questionable situation, if you want to talk to her directly, she would get on the phone or on Messenger or whatever. I mean, we will make time. We might not have the time at the moment you need us, but we will definitely make time in our lives to try to inform others of whatever we can, and help however we can. Yes. We promise. I think we ought to.
I tell you what, Chris, Tiffany, let's take an intermission, man, so y'all can go out and you guys can go out and smoke a cigarette and relax for a minute. you've been talking for a minute.
Yeah.
And we'll give everybody a chance to walk away. We got a new intermission for the show.
Intervention?
What's that?
Intervention, you said?
Intermission.
Intermission.
Oh, I thought you said. I thought that's
He
what
did. He did. I'm glad you heard
You know
it.
what's fucked up is that Intervention, the show Intervention, has this is a hint, guys. This is a hint to a premiere that'll be coming out later. Intervention has something to do with the thing you couldn't guess, and now we're going to smoke. On that note,
My bad. I meant
man.
intermission. So intermission.
intermission.
We're gonna take a quick intermission. We have a new intermission that Road Dogg came up with. It's a little bit shorter than the old one. This one's about.
Oh man, that means I gotta run quick.
Yeah, this one's about 2:30. I may just come back and play the old intermission right behind it, just so it gives everybody enough time to smoke their cigarettes, get their drinks, go to the bathroom, smoke whatever they want to smoke. Chop one up. I don't know what you do. Whatever y'all want to do, that's on you. Ain't got nothing to do with Toe for Life, because Toe for Life don't do none of that. But I do smoke cigarettes, and I do need a cup of coffee. So this is what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna play the new intermission. Like I said, if I think it's too short, I'll follow it up by our old intermission, so it gives everybody time. So you guys don't have to run back. You know what I mean? It'll probably be about a good 6 minutes. All right. Let me get over there. We're gonna go into it. Yeah, there it is, right there.
Time to smoke.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time, you got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off, what do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free cause we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name, when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family, without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it, our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill, when the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety, I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Damn. What happened to that? I don't know what happened, Road Dog. Was that the old intermission? Like the old one, right?
Yeah, that was one of the first ones we did.
Did you take the other one out?
No, it's still there.
Oh.
I did the same thing on Friday.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. The other one's a lot cooler. But anywho, I gave everybody enough.
That intermission sounded a lot like a cigarette to me.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it was long enough for a cigarette, for you to grab something to drink. All that good stuff.
We love it. We love your old side.
Oh, yeah.
I seen Tiffany getting into it. I was watching her. I checked you guys out in the basement when you sat back down, and I seen her getting into that song.
Yeah, we were jamming. I had to put my music hat on, man.
Yeah,
I
seen you put that hat on, and then you took it off. I was like, I thought he was gonna wear that.
That's my music hat. Man, my studio's all behind me. I wear this when I'm getting creative.
And for y'all that don't know, and I see there's some people from Twitch watching on the Toe for Life Twitch channel. And I will say I am Toe for Life, and welcome in. Thank you for watching. That music is by a YouTuber named Nefex.
Tom McDonald.
No, that's
Tiffany. has been a fan of that song for a while now. Like that was one of her, I don't know, enlightening. You know how you turn to music, you know, when you got like shit's heavy. Man, she came to me. It was so weird that y'all played it, you know, chose that because about, I don't know, 7 or 8 months ago, she came home, you know, from her day, and she was like, there was a song that I found today. It's badass, man. Like it's so powerful. It means so much to us. She goes, I want you to hear it. And she played it on her little phone, you know, the little speaker on a cell phone. And I was like, man, I don't know about it, you know, because I don't know. It just sounded a little like, I don't know about it. I didn't know about it. But then we played it like through the motorcycle. I got a pretty good system on the Harley. We played it through that, man, and it was just like, damn, this song kicks ass. You know, it's powerful lyrics.
I found him through a friend of the show, Chuck Bronson. I don't know if you know Chuck Bronson. Chuck Bronson. Yeah, Chuck turned me on to Nefex, and that's how he says his name is Nefex, but I can always say Nefex. But
did you know that?
Yeah, it's Nefex, and all his music is copyright free, and he usually drops a new song once a week, believe it or not. So
yeah, that one was the one that came out today.
Yeah, the first song. Yeah, the first song was the one that came out today. And then the second song was
the same song.
I think so, yeah.
What was the song that you had mentioned that they play? Do you know what the name of it is? The one that they're talking about? I thought that was what we just heard.
Faith Woke is what that was.
What'd you say?
Faith Woke.
Well, the second song was Tom McDonald. That's been out for a while.
That's what we were talking about. Yeah.
Was that Tom McDonald?
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy shit, I came in late.
Yeah, the second one is.
I'm sorry, Heather. I was wrong.
Hey, be careful with the music copyrights now. We're going to get all in trouble here.
Well, see, Netflix is copyright free, and Tom McDonald did a live. He said that everybody is welcome to use his music at any time.
Sweet. That's some cool shit right there. You know, everybody's producing their own nowadays, so they got the ability to say that. I'm sure they still don't want you to sell it.
Oh, so. I apologize, Heather. I was wrong. I just sat down and I seen the old banner, and then I was like, what the heck's going on?
No, Tom actually just went live the other day. He is in a battle with the Billboard charts because they're refusing to accept that he is actually producing, marketing, everything on his own.
That's what people are doing nowadays. I got some real close, like a super, super close friend who's been worldwide huge in music. He's got, I don't know, 8 platinum albums or whatever. And now they're doing their very own recordings in their own studio. Hell, they're even playing separate and sending it to each other and working on it together without having to be in the same place. It's cool as shit. You know, guys, we were talking about it, Tiff and I, we were talking about it out there. This happens to us every single time we try to tell people, you know, the story. Man, there's so many details, you all. Like, we could literally, like, lose everybody's interest just by talking about one law breaking after the next law breaking. And the thing is I don't want you guys, you know, to, like, run out of steam and not ever really fully understand what happened. You know, we kind of wanted to sort of see if we could sort of take some big steps here and then go after that into just anything, questions, you know, if you hear something that you got a question on, just jot it down. And then when we get to the end, which we're almost there, come back and ask, man, because it ain't out of our mind. I guarantee you, whatever you bring up, me and Tiff will remember the real moment in time and we can answer whatever, you know. But I feel like we probably ought to jump straight through it from here, because if not, man, y'all are going to be, you know, questioning all the details that really won't. It's not that they don't matter, because every law breaking matters. But if you don't do the ones that we're going to highlight here, then, you know, you're going to be way overthinking it. And that's exactly what me and her did for a year and a half, which is why we weren't getting anywhere. You know, there's some very key things that we need to touch. It'll be like taking steps, and we'll hammer through the story here like this. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
For it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So,
and if there's a specific video, just let Road Dogs know which one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give away too much. I mean, like he said, I mean, everybody that's listening right now, I mean, we dropped the links. The mods out there are like working freaking triple overtime right now, and they're dropping links. And if you want more on the story, like go over to Ford Public Safety and check out his videos. I mean, he's got step-by-step videos of what he has endured, him and Tiffany. So
yeah,
and go check her out too. Official Misconduct. She's putting in the work out there as well. So
she's a little badass now, man. Her heart's on fire for all this. But listen, no, here's the truth, guys. I'm not explaining what happened on my page. We are depending on you all right now. This is, we're handing this to you. This is your baby right here. What we're doing right now is we're letting you guys, not just this channel, but all you all who's watching, we are letting you all spread the word about what happened. Let us focus on step-by-step things we're going through. We got enough on our plate doing that. We'll be all over it. We'll do our part. But right now, right here, you watch part 1 of what we did on Road and Tow the other day, and then come over to part 2 and get through this few hours worth of stuff, and you will know our story, guys, because our friends right now are exposing what we needed. You're helping us by getting it out there. This is it right here.
It's kind of difficult to hang on to, but it's worth it at the end.
Ride the wave. Here it comes. So a DCS agent, caseworker, screwed up, right? He wanted to avoid accountability. In the meantime, she won her appeal against the Chins cases. So they started fucking it all up, backpedaling. They got scared as hell because that's a lawsuit over the kids. So what they did was they went to the custody courts and family courts. The judge recused, put another judge on it. And then the caseworker started going to the family courts to fucking testify like they were, doing a Chins case against her, which is illegal as shit. Judges aren't supposed to allow it. So there was these 3 judges, involved in that recusal, because when a judge recuses, they have to have a mediator, and then it goes to another judge. So they literally invite a Supreme Court judge from each county. I think they're Supreme Court, a judge, a high up judge has to be. Whatever the level of judge is that you left, you have to have that type judge when you get over here. And this one here has to be equal to understand it, to allow it to be officiated. So this guy you had right here, we had Marcia Hauser. This guy right here, we're going to name in just a minute. And then it went to her family court judge, and I'm not naming him yet because we got a lot of business we're doing with him. But this guy right here, his name was Weber. His name was Judge Joe Weber, and he is from Clark County, Indiana. And there was an instant in which this motherfucker was involved. In the Chin stuff, in the DCS stuff, and all that stuff. And during all that stuff, her and I were being accused of all this drug activity. This is the judge. Judge Joe Weber is the judges whose name is on that warrant. Would you guys mind flipping that up there? That thing, those 2 things I sent you.
Yeah, which one would you like first?
Picture 1 and then picture 2. I'll explain them as you go.
Okay. The order that I send them to you in.
Yeah, the order that yeah.
Let me get that pulled up.
And Public Safety, just so you know, if you go back to your YouTube page after the show, you may find that this show is privatized in your YouTube page. So you may actually still have this show.
Oh, cool. So I just need to release it from being private.
Yeah,
awesome.
it may be. I mean, you'd have to check, but it may be.
We'll work it all out. Yeah, we'll work it all out. Okay, so here, let me see what I'm looking at. All right, now, if you guys can see there, that is the order that was granting a motion for continuance.
Let me take this chat down so they can see it a little bit better.
Okay. There's Judge Hauser. Now, see the date there? That was right after the kids have been taken. You don't have to bleep it or nothing. Okay, Judge Hauser. So that's where the judge was recusing. And that's what this whole page is about. The motion to it's more or less that judge was stepping down. because Tiffany won her appeal, which means that judge can't fuck around with custody court no more over Tiffany's kids or anything involving Tiffany. So Judge Hauser was supposed to step all the way out. That was what the officiating thing's about. Okay, now go ahead and put the other one up.
I'll knock that out. Oh, you got it, Road Dog. And I'll put the chat back up once we get done looking at them. It's easier to see them when I take that.
Yeah, once we run through these documents, we'll be able to do that, no problem. Yep. So the next one here, you're going to see.
He's trying to grab it. I can hear him clicking his mouse. I hear the click, click, click.
Technical difficulties. There it is. No, that's a search warrant. Now you just kind of spoiled the juice of it. So go back one more page.
That's the only other one. It was that one. That's the only two I got.
That's the only.
Oh, you didn't get the other one? I'm going to see if I can shoot it over to you real quick because it's important.
Okay.
But,
I'll go ahead and pull that down.
Yeah, bear with me. Let me shoot it over. I'm going to have to send it over to Heather. Is that okay, Heather?
Yeah, I got it.
You
do have it. Okay,
did you
so
do a sci-fi video guy, Road Dog, and did you do the punchline instead of the joke?
Yeah,
you don't have Heather. You don't have it. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on a minute. This is important.
Oh, okay.
You don't have it. I'm sending it over right now. You do, but you need it like this right here. Here, take this one and put it up there on the screen real quick.
Okay.
All right. Heather's got to send it to Road Dog, so it'll take another second.
Yeah, it's all good. I just want to make sure we do this where everybody understands it. So the first one was dated like 9/18 or something like that, 2018 or 19. That was the very beginning when Tiffany won her appeal, and that judge was like, "Shit, I'm not able to do this custody stuff no more." That means the judge just got spanked in federal court. Tiffany won, with the high courts over the actions of that court. In other words, that court was determined to have been wrong completely. The Judge Hauser was determined to have been completely wrong, and the courts called for a full reversal of Judge Hauser's decision. Now, this is, as you all see a little bit later, the judge is recused and forwarded it to Administrative Judge Weber for an appointment of a special judge, meaning Judge Hauser was the judge, and she needed to forward it in front of Judge Weber so that it could go to a special judge who, mind you, we haven't named. We're not going to name him if we don't need to name him. But right now, what you're seeing is that Judge Weber was the middle judge. Now you can go ahead and post that bullshit warrant thing back up.
And I do have something to say about that here.
No, we can do that. All right. Now, I did do that blue thing so you can see. And, of course, I redacted all of our very personal, everything you're seeing redacted there is like our fucking, it's basically shit that you don't tell nobody about, our address, the things that they were here for, shit like that. But Judge Joseph Weber, where it's in the blue, I did that so you would be able to look down and easily see that given under my hand and the seal on the 30th day of September, day before Chris's birthday of 2020, Joseph Weber allowed this search warrant to happen. Now, keep it up there for a minute. I want you all to know something about search warrants. You see up there in the top right corner where it says cause number?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what call?
Yeah, that would be the case number or incident number, would it not?
Well, no, case number is CCSO. Let me explain. I'll ask you a question. Do you know what it means when they say cause number in law?
I don't. I'll be honest.
Okay, this is real easy this is how I remember it. Cause. This is the cause. This is because. So why are you doing it? Because, okay. That's what that number refers to, is because. So if you'll see, this is the original, guys. This is the original fucking warrant that they brought to our house when they did all that damage. Now look, there is no cause number. It says copy.
Yeah.
Okay. The CCSO case, that's Clark County Sheriff's Office case number. We called that immediately after it happened, and there was nothing tied to that case number. They said you need the cause number. So if you ever want to know what happened and you need to tell your lawyer what happened, because you need a cause number, guys.
Oh, so like when you get your benefits bill in the mail from your insurance, it's that like 142.76 number.
Well, I don't know about any of that. I'm just telling you what I've learned about this in particular. If you have a search warrant or any kind of warrant, there is going to be a because number. And in that cause number, it will tell anyone who wants to research it what happened, why it happened, how it happened, when it happened. You know what I'm saying? Because this is why I did it. Because. Well, now you don't ever find a valid search warrant, especially a home raid, where the cause number is the word copy. That's not real.
No.
It has to have a cause number. And it took us over a year to make them create one. And that was signed by Judge Joe Weber. Now, the reason that's significant is because Joe Weber was sitting in that room whenever everybody was accusing me of her being on drugs. And if I didn't have to redact everything on that search warrant, you all can see for yourselves. And anyone who comes and meets me in person, I'd be more than happy to show them the original. What it said they were here for was a fucking motorcycle, man, that my uncle had left me in the will.
So that's what I wanted to touch on. So picture me Friday night listening to this show, driving down the road on a 6-lane highway at 70 miles per hour, and hear you talk about it and hear you say that the warrant was for a stolen motorcycle that was outside on your fucking trailer.
Yeah, sitting outside in the backyard. Yep, there wasn't nothing.
You didn't have a Harley inside your fucking house.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if you did squeeze a Harley in the house, you ain't squeezing a fucking trailer,
because I was a tow truck driver for 22 years. Okay. And I went on vehicle recovery, stolen vehicle recoveries, right? In that situation. And I've never seen nothing like what you drawn out and AR-15s and shots going off and
over a supposedly stolen fucking motorcycle.
And yanking a woman to the ground because she's got a fucking a phone in her hand. You know what I mean? And breaking her back and
asking their superiors to kill the dog and then running around the house tearing pictures off the walls and screaming about drugs and talking about blowing the doors off our safe. They were really fucking crazy looking for drugs, guys.
The most I've ever seen is 2 plainclothes officers go to a house, walk out back, find a stolen car, and maybe call the car theft squad detective, and then I show up with the tow truck and I recover the property, and bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah,
all is said and done.
They also kept the electricity to the house.
No, it wasn't electric. It was the internet.
Yeah,
but look, guys, here we go again. You're going to get lost in details.
I'm just saying.
You're going to do everything everybody does.
But let me throw out that the other thing that you're forgetting, Toe, was the trailer was marked down as a black trailer, and they took all of his trailers, which there was 3 of them, was there not?
Actually, you know what? On that date, there was 2. But I gave them the location of a 3rd, which ended up getting stolen before they could get to it. But they said they didn't know what trailer it was. They needed all that information. We gave it to them. We gave them everything they wanted, guys. We complied like a motherfucker, and I did not stop talking the whole time they were here. 5 hours, man. I was like, guys, what are you here for? Please just let her get an EMT. Just talk to me. Tell me what's going on, man. If it's about my uncle's stuff, it's here. I'll give it to you. Like, just, you don't even have to uncuff me. Let me lead you to where anything you want. Just get the fuck out of here. You can't stay here. We got to go to the hospital, But look, The whole warrant's bullshit. So you can nitpick every detail about it after we're done here. The whole warrant was bullshit. They didn't have nothing about no drugs. Let's go ahead and put it that way. There was nothing about drugs at all on that warrant. They absolutely knew that motorcycle wasn't stolen. I was in communication with those very police of that agency for like a whole week, asking them to help me with the situation of being the proper owner of that damn motorcycle. Okay.
Even the day prior.
Even the day before, but anyway, what we did there was, we dealt with this absolute atrocity. To us, it looked like the most atrocious fucking warrant situation that could have ever existed. We were like, how the fuck could you make that many mistakes being one agency? Like, y'all communicated and everything. So we started figuring all of it out as we went. We really questioned why they were, treating it like a huge narcotics raid. But here's what I'm telling you this for, guys, right here. Judge Joseph Weber. It was you, motherfucker. We know it. It was you, because you were sitting in that fucking room when that caseworker was saying we were on drugs. He was lying through his teeth, you stupid fuck. It was a lie. It was a lie that came from her ex-husband. You want to go ask fucking Billy about how to run your fucking legal process, by all means, dude. Just don't bring it back to Clark County where you're fucking with innocent people's lives, you dickhead. And I'm glad you're out of office, and we're suing your fucking dick off, dude. Fuck you, Joe Weber. That's what happened, guys. Joe fucking Weber. All right. And look, he sent his boy. His boy is his narcotics dude who's making like 168% more than any other narcotics captain in the whole fucking state of Indiana. He's making like, what was it?
I'll look it up for you.
I think it's 168% higher than he's supposed to be making the money. And the dude's also doing some other shit under the table. Like, I mean, it's legal, I think, the other business that he's got going, but he's doing it piggybacking on his position. Yeah, it's Donovan fucking Herod. All right. He is the dog that the prosecutor and the judges and so forth like to send when they believe they smell drugs. So Donovan, your sniffer's broke, you jackass. You're not good at your job, man, because we don't do drugs. And I think you learned that night. I hope you learned that night, because you're fucking stupid. Anyway, Donovan is the guy that broke her back. Donovan's the one that fucking beat the shit out of me. Donovan's the one that was running through the whole house fucking screaming meth and this, that, and the other. It was Donovan. And Donovan was super excited because he believed that he was getting ready to do this fucking bust, which was supposed to not be like planned.
He's the one that took the first punch on you, isn't he?
Yeah, but listen, just skip all those details. I want you to listen. They were planning to make it look like it was a surprise. They wanted the recognition of, oh my God, we were here for a motorcycle, and look, we ended up with a whole meth lab. This is so cool. Like, we're so cool. That's what they wanted. That was their intention. They were trying to fake that.
Small town boys trying to get a big time bust. That's what they was trying to do.
It goes deeper than that. I'll just tell you that there's an entertainment. There is an entertainment quality to that. Now later I'll expose what it is, but right now I'm telling you, it was intentional. They were doing it to make it look like, okay. Have y'all ever seen Live PD?
Yes.
All right. You know how they get real lucky all the time on Live PD and just like random shit just so happens to happen right in front of them?
Yeah.
Conjured, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anyway,
just to throw that in there, he's 161.8% higher than the national average.
This dude's making 161.8% more money than anyone in the position he's in. And that's just what we got on open records. I'm telling you, he's making more on the side gig, a lot more on the side gig. Him and about 6 other players. And yes, we're naming some of them already. And we'll be naming all of you. So don't y'all worry. You motherfuckers sitting at home going, oh my God, I can't believe they're fucking out. And all. You're coming too, guys. We know who all of you are. And trust me, man, like we've been outing you. Like this ain't no secret, man. Y'all might be a little slow and not know that we've been doing this, but we ain't the only ones. You've been getting outed all along because you're fucking crooked. You're using the system wrong, and it's fucking hurting people, and people are fucking finding out about it. We all know, you know, you're not rock stars. You're fucking stupid. You're using your system. You're using and abusing your position in the system is what they're doing. So guys, let me a couple more steps here and we're done. They took my uncle's stuff, okay, because that's what the fake will said they were here for, right?
The fake warrant.
Yeah, the fake warrant. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's what the fake warrant said they were here for. So they had to do it. You know, once there was no drugs and they already had that warrant, like they had to make it look like they had to keep going with the process or else, you know, they had to. Like, what if they didn't? Like, what would people think, right? Because we didn't go to jail. We weren't doing nothing wrong. And then all that. So they had to at least fucking follow through with it, you know. So they took it, man. They took a bunch of shit. They took a bunch of shit and later tried to say that they thought a whole bunch of stolen stuff was here. Like they tried to turn it in instead of drugs to like a big theft ring. All they took was just what I had receipts and we had a will for the few things that they took. And then there was just some fucking like totes full of decorations. You know, they didn't have anything. They had nothing. So 3 weeks later, might be right around that, Donnie Boyer, fuck you, Donnie, calls me on behalf of the police, he says, and he tells me you can go get your stuff, all right? Like from the impound. You can go get your stuff back, he said. And he apologized. It was crazy. So we went to go get our stuff back, and we were the guy that runs the place, the wrecking yard where it was, he said, no, we got a problem. The woman that works there said, you got a problem. You got to talk to the owner. He gives us the owner's number. So we call him and he says, man, I don't know if I can give you that stuff. I don't even know if I have that stuff. He goes, what's going on with this case? He said, man, I've never had nothing like this before. He goes, you need to call a prosecutor. So we did. We called a prosecutor because you're talking about like my uncle's motorcycle and the trailer and shit, right? Right. So we call like we're told to. Prosecutor will not fucking answer. He won't answer. It's Jeremy Mull, the one that won't, a chicken shit bastard. Fuck you, Jeremy. So Jeremy Mull wouldn't answer, man. And we ended up getting Donnie Boyer back on the phone. And Donnie's like, well, I don't know why your stuff wouldn't be there, blah, blah, blah. He goes, maybe it's the bill. And I said, I'll tell you what, about that bill, why don't you go ahead and tell one of them judges to fucking pay for it? Because, you know, I don't need to be chucking out another $3,000. We've been through enough, you know, after what y'all been through. Like, why should I have to pay that? He's like, yeah, you're right. You're right. We want to help you. We want to help everything that we fucked up. And he said he was going to have one of the judges sign off on it to make the bill free over a couple of day period. So we waited over a weekend, you know, it was like 3 more days. And we went on, called the wrecking company again. I don't want to spit their name out yet. But we called them again. So I don't know if they were involved or if they just got screwed too. But they said, Chris, man, somebody came and got that stuff last week. It's gone.
Wait, so the motorcycle?
Who got it?
Gone?
Gone.
How could they get? How could someone?
The dude at the record place, the impound place, said that he had a letter from the prosecutor saying he could take it.
Are you serious?
He needs to produce that letter.
Yeah, but he couldn't find it. Okay, now hold on, because you're going to get lost again. That shit don't even matter to us no more. We got all that took care of. And you're right. You're not wrong, Heather. You're right. Yeah. But you're doing it as we did it in real time, and you ain't gonna get nowhere for a long time like that because those are baby steps. You got to learn this and jump through hoops because you're playing dirty. You know, you're playing against dirty players. There's no way of knowing if they did those processes step by step right, because I promise they didn't. You know, so you got to figure out what they really did do. That's the position we were in. Okay, so what we figured out is that we needed them to do a case number, a cause number. We needed to know what happened. We needed a because, right? So we started putting a lot of pressure on Jeremy Mull. That's what Tiffany and I pretty much made it our goal, you know, and our lawyer wasn't doing shit. Yeah. He wasn't doing shit. That fucking Mike Gillenwater, fuck you, you fucking dirty bastard. You're one of them. You know,
he plays golf with him.
Yeah. That's probably it.
No, he worked with them. We know.
Yeah.
He was the water department fucking attorney, which is where the dude that signed the supervisor of our warrant came from. They worked side by side forever and ever. We know what's up, man. Conflict of interest. We know what's up. I mean, we know what y'all are doing. The lawyer called us while we were getting the report that they didn't mean to give us, guys. It didn't have the case number on it. Those were summaries that they had pre-written before they conducted it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's why the story didn't make sense. Remember I told you that she went with a broken back into the police station and came back all happy because she got a stack of fucking police reports on our case? You remember that when I left off with you all?
Mm-hmm.
It was an accident. The clerk did not mean to give it to her because if her higher ups knew that she was in there that quick with a broken back trying to get those papers, they knew what those papers' content was. There's no way we would have got those.
They'd have been
no
shredded.
way we would have got those because they were absolutely a setup. We'll expose that later. I'll show you the content later. But they were completely a setup. They had everything planned, even the gunshot. The gunshot was even a plan. They
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was all planned ahead of time, and we got lucky and got those summary reports because we got the reports they meant to give us. It took them a whole year to produce them because they wanted us to get past not being able to file a lawsuit, which we did screw that up. We were way past statute of limitations. It turned out our lawyer quit on us one day after 180 days. Remember the notice of tort in Indiana is 180 days? He called to quit on.
Uh-oh. He froze up. Did he froze on your end?
Yeah, he's froze.
Yeah. Hang on. Give him a second. His signal just dropped.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, their story is like, I'm telling you, somebody needs to make a movie of it.
Right.
It is just insane what these people have gone through, and it is just wow.
If you can hear us for public safety, just give it a minute. Yep, or come back in.
So there's a hog whisperer in my room, and just pointing out the fact that stuff like this, is happening everywhere. It's happening in Florida. We know it's happening, in Georgia. It's happening in Louisiana. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Alaska. Look at Mr. Bodell.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Bodell was beaten, 70-year-old man beaten by state troopers, thrown in the snow.
Yeah.
Left to piss himself and shit himself in a jail cell with no help. I mean, come on.
With a big old black eye. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if you, Tiffany, can you hear us? Yeah, you're roboting. Yeah, they dropped out again.
Yep, they'll be back.
But yeah, like, it's just crazy, man. All these people just getting, beaten and tortured pretty much. I mean, I just call that shit torture,
Yeah, they didn't call an ambulance for them or nothing. And to find out that it was all except for the breaking of her back, it was all pre-planned.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then you got these people out here that won't even. Then you got these people out here that won't even watch a show like this and listen and see all the documentation and learn and open their mind. They just automatically think, "Oh, the cops couldn't have done that." No, the government wouldn't do that to you.
Well, until it happens to them or, closely related, that's how some people are, unfortunately.
Right. And like, this is, if we have to even put a part 3 on this show, because there's just so much to go over.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I told them if we need to roll it over into Wednesday, I'd give them all week if that's what they need to get this story out there. All right, here they are. They're back.
I hear a doo-doo.
Hello, can you hear us now?
Yeah, yes. You're good.
All right, good. All right, where'd I leave off, y'all?
Hang on, let me think about it for a second because we were talking about everything.
Was it that the warrant was that the paperwork that they had,
Yeah.
the lawyer.
Yeah, the paperwork that they gave her was that the clerk
bogus.
should have never gave it to her.
Yeah, that was bogus. And then on the 181st day, our lawyer called us to quit. Our lawyer did. So we got hold of, like, what the hell, man? He had been doing some dumb shit. He wasn't doing nothing for us. He was pissing us off the whole time anyway. We were just like, at odds with him anyway. So when he called to quit, we were just like, please fucking quit, you dickhead. But anyway, we found out later when we started looking for a new lawyer, because he finally released us, from his bullshit and more or less, when he quit, like, because you can't get another lawyer while you got one, you know what I mean? So, and they're real hard to find, y'all, like real hard to find.
Yeah.
I don't care what happened to you. Lawyers are real hard to find for this stuff. Real hard. But he was quitting 181 days. We started calling around to get a new one, and we were telling them what happened. The new lawyers, like, trying to get one. And they were all like, you missed your notice of tort. You missed it. There's no
Because of
lawsuit.
them.
They're like, there's no lawsuit. You don't have one. You missed your notice of tort. You didn't notify the government that you were going to sue them, so you guys are done. I was like, but the fucking lawyer we had didn't he do it? They're like, no, we don't have nothing on it. There's not even a case number. Doesn't exist. Like, we can't see anything on it. That's what all the lawyers were saying. We don't even see that it ever happened. So her and I had to jump through that hoop of fire. Well, that was a bitch. We had to force them to create a case number is what we had to do. You want to talk about having to learn some legal process and do some pushing with the camera. The recordings were absolutely imperative, and our knowledge was imperative, and us, being aggressive and going to where we need to go and fucking saying, do it. That's where all that started coming into play. We had to do that. We had to. So they finally gave us a case. We were able to prove that the other lawyer was a conflict of interest, and they did it on purpose.
Nice.
Mike Gillenwater did it on purpose. We're working on that right now. Like, that's what our lawsuit is based on. Is we're showing that the lawyer was, at fault. I'll put it that way. The lawyer was at fault for not filing. We know that. So it doesn't matter what I say, negligence, misconduct, you fucking need to get hit in the head. Whatever I say, dude, it don't matter because it was your fault. So the lawyer choked, and we ended up thinking we didn't even have a case. Mind you, thousands and thousands of dollars, bad injury. No one fucking likes us anymore. Facebook's upside down. People are fucking defaming the shit out of us. I got people everywhere losing business. Like my company's losing business. People are talking about us being drug addicts and going through a drug raid. Like the whole world. Her custody cases were going like shit because the judge was probably believing it. You know what I mean? In her custody. So like all that shit was happening to us, guys. We had nothing, nobody. There wasn't no saving grace at that point because we didn't have a lawyer. So we fought hard right there. We went and we pressed and we used those recording devices and we used our knowledge and we fucking persevered and we made them create real reports. And they were real. The new reports. They left out all the important shit. Like they neglected to say that they beat the fuck out of us and shit in them. But they definitely said what happened as far as, the truth. Like, this is what we took. You probably have to hit that mute button for that train.
Wow.
Here comes the train again.
Oh, my God, sorry.
She's not
You
close
got a
to
hell of a
the train.
microphone. But yeah,
it's picking it up.
They gave us the new reports finally. Like we pressed and pressed and pressed till we got them. And they were accurate what they did say. But what they didn't say doesn't matter because at least now we can line it up. And we do have a good lawyer now, like a really good lawyer who just took it, once we were able to have something for him to look at, like as soon as he could punch in a number and say, this is because, then we got a lawyer like that. So the whole time we're certain it was them fucking hiding our case, keeping us from getting a lawyer. That's what was happening. I'm talking about the police and the judge and prosecutor. It was them hiding our case from the
Because they
legal.
knew they fucked up.
Yeah, but how do you do that? What kind of power does it take to hide a whole entire case? I'll tell you what it takes. It takes a judge, it takes a prosecutor, and it takes an entire department of law enforcement. That's what it takes. That's what we had. So that happened. We lost everything. It's gone. There ain't no getting it back because they gave it away to one of my family members. What they did, they weren't.
I was thinking that probably happened because that's who started it all to begin with.
Yeah, that was the people after it. But you know what? I don't believe that the damn police. I could be wrong, but I don't believe the police cared about who the fuck got what. I think at that point it was just that they fucked up so bad that they were so busy trying to fucking, cover themselves and like figure out how we're going to make this case look real, that all of a sudden, the bad people slipped in there with some fake paperwork and fucking right out from underneath their stupid ass noses stole that property of value that is no number. You cannot put a dollar sign on what they took. You know what I mean? And the shit got fucking thrown straight on Facebook Marketplace and sold for next to nothing, just like my uncle was worried about. That's what happened to it.
Are you
Gone.
serious?
Yep. I was actually going to do in his will, the way he put it.
The
he
one
said,
who was after you to sell it is the one who got it.
Look, here's what he said. Let me tell you what he said.
Bullshit.
He said he's got a buddy, man, that he rides with in his group. Like we ride in groups a lot. He was a little more dedicated to his group than I am. But in his group, there was a guy named James, who was his good buddy, who was riding a fucking Honda. And my uncle was like, man, he needs to be riding my Harley, like that's what that dude needs to be riding. And he said, he wanted me to keep, it like as mine, but he wanted his buddy to be able to ride the damn thing, in his honor, like for their charities and stuff, for their rides. He wanted James to be the one to ride the damn thing because he knew I couldn't ride it, man. I tried. I rode it. We were down in Key West to go pick it up. And I had to move it from one place to another. And I actually thought about doing like a memorial ride with all his buddies while I was down there using his bike in his honor. And man, I got on that thing just to move it like a few blocks. And the whole time I was fucking bawling like a baby riding this bike. I can't ride it, So like I couldn't do it, anyway. But that's what I was going to do with it. I was going to memorialize it in his honor and let his bike club use it for charities and stuff. That's what my thoughts were anyway. I had to process everything first, but that's what I think I was shooting for. But anyway, man, no, they lost it. The stupid asses lost it. It got sold for next to nothing. Along with the trailers, they're all gone, all of them. They allowed, our property to get stolen from our land. Two of our horses got stolen. A trailer that we used for the horses got stolen with it because that's what they used to steal the horses. And then they let the gates open, and the other horses luckily didn't get hurt before we could move them. There was all kinds of stuff. I mean, I can't even tell you all the damages. It was crazy. Between dealing with the nutty ass stupid family members, which ain't no family to me, but who they are is who they are. Between them and what they were doing, and then the police jumping in there and fucking everything up with the backing of a prosecutor and a judge, man, we just got hit from every single angle, like throughout the whole thing. And at the whole time, our only real goal, like throughout all this, was just trying to get our kids back because of DCS fucking up, So it's like,
I was just fixing to ask, how's that going? I mean, you had them this weekend, right?
I had one of them.
One of them. So you are getting visitation with them?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot more with my youngest than my oldest. My oldest, we are still stuck on a 2-hour supervised visitation. She's been damaged by the whole process. She's been gaslighted. And the things that she believes now about me specifically is absolutely terrible.
The shit that she's been hearing throughout the whole ordeal. But listen, here's how that went. Like, this is the end now. This is literally the very end of everything. The way it went was they fucked everything all up. They knew it, all of them. I'm talking Scott County officials, like the judges, and then all Clark County people. You know, they all knew it. Everybody that was involved knew they fucked all the way up. So what did they start doing? They completely just fucking said, we're out of this. So like our custody cases, we're out. You know, they ran. They don't want nothing to do with it. If we make a 911 call, which is why earlier on I said we make 911 calls and get hung up on, it don't matter. They nothing to do. Get out of it. So her kid was one of her kids was involved in a domestic.
Oh, geez, he just froze again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, it makes you wonder.
It
It makes you wonder if something ain't fucking with his internet. Just saying.
No.
Is it?
No,
Are
there
we
he
still
is.
here?
Yep,
Yeah,
you're
there
back.
you are.
Man, I don't know, guys. It's weird.
Sends me into a little bit of a panic mode.
Yeah, definitely PTSD.
I bet.
Yeah, and the dog was barking at a cat out there earlier when it happened. So
I was asking him, I was like, are you sure that's what's out there?
Hey, this time, guys, I'm going down. It ain't gonna be. This is gonna be a fight. I promise. I know my Second Amendment all too well now. I promise. Which I don't want to die, but I guarantee it.
Never again.
Hopefully it don't ever happen. But I'm never gonna let them do what they did to us again. I cannot afford it.
So real quick, for public safety, I got a lot of people asking. They want to hear. They want to hear Tiffany's story on the custody and all that. I got you seen it in the private chat, I'm sure.
I haven't, but let me tell you what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
I'm explaining the entire process so I can turn it over to her because she needs to talk about that. So here's what happened.
Right.
The judges just fucking threw it out the door. They didn't want nothing to do with it, including the custodies. So every time something would happen, like new within the custody cases, nobody's hearing it for nobody. So they're just leaving these kids in these bad situations, and it's been up to us to come up with the money to get for a lawyer to jump in and say, hang on, wake up, everybody. We still happen to have 2 kids displaced. That's where we're at right now in life. So here's what I'm saying. We gave a bunch of money to a new lawyer. It took us a minute to save it up. We got it together. We did it. And we got a lawyer for one of the kids. Now we can't afford the other yet. We can only afford one because there ain't nobody helping us, So we got one lawyer on custody. The dad's been jacking all kinds of shit up legally. We got the Scottsburg police are finally starting to do things in a way, which I don't know that they ever really meant to do anything wrong, but they are the first agency who has taken that step up for us and said, y'all been done wrong. We're going to make sure we can't do nothing about that, but we're going to make sure that from here on out, every time we deal with you, it's not going to be done wrong again. So that's good.
Well,
but the damage is done. The damage is done, like she was talking about with the kids and stuff. I am going through that myself. Oh, let me tell you. And once I pulled out a camera on CPS, they hightailed it. But it's crazy nuts.
Yeah, they fucking know better, man. They're so unprofessional. But yeah, that's the thing.
As far as the lawyer and you having to pay for a lawyer, with them being minors, I know in the state of Tennessee, maybe not there, but minors are automatically given a guardian ad litem lawyer.
Yeah, no, we're aware of all that.
Well, we have to request one.
Yeah, but hold on. You have to realize, guys, what I already answered that. They're not giving up our legal system. Not me and her. We don't get none of that. We don't get nothing on paper the way it's supposed to be.
We
Nothing.
even tried to call in a factual report to DCS, and they screened the call out.
They literally told us on the phone, "Sorry about your luck. We're not doing nothing for that kid."
Yeah.
I'll be exposing all that, you guys. That'll all be coming out my channel.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, we don't get legal system. That's the thing. That's the thing you can't get. Nobody's going to be able to get it through their head until you just got to let that sink in.
And
Me and her do not get the law.
Legal aid assistance on, a different site.
Yeah.
And they said that their caseload was too busy, that they're just not going to be able to help. And,
we get to
I
run
can
around.
contact the Indiana State Bar.
Oh, they don't do shit neither. And we're also, you guys are going to get an audit on our fucking governor, because I have been up his fucking ass for over a year now, trying to get him to fucking get off of the fat thing and get some of these officials acting in their business. And he won't. He knows it. He won't. He won't return my emails. his liaisons and I go back and forth. You know, they're all a bunch of pieces of shit that's unaccountable too. So you guys are going to be seeing us do some fucking wild ass audits as we go, because we're hitting all of them. You know, we're going to go and check them all.
So,
you know, as we go.
And like Chris's page, it's going to have, you know, more specific information, details as to what we're going through right now. But mine, I am just going to be hitting Southern Indiana. Like,
So-
Can y'all post her link, please?
Yeah.
Mods.
Yeah, get a link up for official misconduct, and then and guys, I don't know, you know, I'll tell you the way she's doing it, it's really brilliant. We're having to get open records as we go. That's kind of our key. That's the key we use to get in to doing our audits. She's taken those, and this is her idea. She's brilliant. She's taking those open records and creating an episode on the conduct of whoever it is that we just audited.
So we just had a slight powwow, and Bamley was talking, and I think we came up with the consensus that we think we want to have Tiffany back, on Wednesday night if she can make it, and for Tiffany to sit in that chair.
Ladies.
Tiffany's getting this chair for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
we
exactly.
want to get.
I've got to work, so I can't wait for you
Yeah,
guys to do that.
yeah,
And then
we
I'm
wanna-
going to be all excited wanting to watch it, and I'm going to be at work.
I was gonna say you need to sit in her chair and get her coffee or whatever she wants.
Oh,
while
man,
she's
I
up
would.
here.
Yeah, I would, but no, I'm going to get my ass out of the way because she's going to take over. You know, I was actually going to ask you guys if once we finished up with explaining what happened to us, her and I's already
because we're
gone through
running.
all this.
We're
We were
running
hoping
pretty
that-
deep.
Yeah,
We're
it
run-
did. You know, and
yeah,
I'm
we're-
sorry,
yeah,
I didn't mean to cut nobody
Don't
off.
apologize.
You know, the thing is that I promise you all, if you had asked any questions through any of that, we would have never got through it. Now we're done. You know, we made it.
Well, let me point out a comment. Michelle's Mobile Media wants y'all to know, I'm so sorry you guys had to go through this. Thank you for sharing your story. You are not alone, and you're giving other parents the courage to stand up for themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We hope so. We hope so, because man, you better get that courage.
Yeah.
You better get that courage. And I'm telling you, here's what you got to do. Tell them what you got to do. Learn your constitutional fucking laws.
Your rights and the laws.
Practice your
Definitely.
Constitution. Practice your amendment rights. That's it. That's the key. That's the brakes.
Yeah.
If you don't have no brakes, you're going over a cliff every time. I promise.
Because see, with DCS, I was trying to practice my rights, but I didn't know what they were, and I didn't know
Right.
whenever they were coming at me and violating them, because you know I only had one tiny aspect of it and not the entire. big
She didn't
picture.
know what to do about it. You know, when they violated them, she didn't know. And most people don't. Like I bet most people don't. I bet like 95% of people in the United States do not know what to do if their rights are violated for real. You know, they just don't know what to do because it is confusing, and they will give you the runaround. You know, man, it's tough.
Yeah.
But you need to learn them like for real, and then expect them. Expect them, because there's no fucking middle ground there. If our rights are not being practiced by the government officials, then fuck them straight the fuck out. That's not even an agreement anymore. You know, that's the very bare minimum of respect.
Yeah.
And we give it to them as a society. There are very few people who do not respect the officials. You know, you think of you tell me more than two people that walk in a courthouse say "fuck you, judge." You know, there ain't many.
It was strict. in
They
my
might act like
upbringing.
that for a minute,
Yes,
but-
sir. Yes, ma'am. You know, you respect authority, and you know, I mean, now I'm finding myself in situations where I'm standing up to authority, and it's been a different concept that I've had to, you know, just take in and learn to practice. It's just completely different from the way I was raised.
But the same concept of us not walking into a courtroom saying "fuck you" to our judge is when they violate any one of your amendments. That's the same for them. That's just like them walking into your courtroom and saying "fuck you." You know, anytime they violate one of your amendments, that's how you got to treat it, because that's how it is. That's how it is. if they are so disrespectful to you that they can't just honor your amendments, then that's bad, guys. Like, you better demand them, you better expect them, and you better practice them, and you better know what to do whenever you're not getting it, because you're not getting respect. And when you're not getting respect from an official, you got a fight on your hands. It's time to know what to do. You know,
and like Blue Lives Matter says, even if you do know, and it's next to impossible to get an apology or for them to admit any wrongdoing.
A fuck apology, man. I'm going after, you know, their job. Like, if they're so bad that they can't even fucking practice, you know, the constitutional law, which they swore the entire oath to, man, they don't need to be in that position at all. So at that point, it's time to be trying to get. That's what we're doing. You know, that's what public safety is about. We're getting them canned, man. They're not getting elected. You know, when the election runs back around, I hope enough people see it to know not to elect that motherfucker that can't, you know, practice, that can't protect our amendment rights. They don't need to be in office at all. You know, not at all.
That's when you get pamphlets together and pass it out and say, if that's who you want, look at this first.
Yeah, that's what these show. That's what my channel's about. You know, and we do plan on publicizing this stuff like crazy right before elections. For anybody who fails misconduct grade, you know, we're going to make sure that we are doing our part to let the public know to vote properly. You know, that's what we're going to do.
And that's what I've been saying. If you can't, you know, for those who can't vote, y'all have a voice still, you know, that's just the biggest way y'all can help if you can't vote. So
yeah, get involved. Absolutely. You know, and I was never a voter. Like, I always thought voting was stupid because
I never have either, but this year or the next election, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I started not long ago, but I mean, you know, like I've been doing it for a little while now, but now it's going to be different because I always thought I understood, and now I know what it is. You know what I always worried about was voting for president, you know, and I mean that's not wrong, but let me tell you, if you're voting for president, you should local. Yeah, you done passed like the roots of it all. If you're voting straight for president, you done forgot about what the point is, because it starts with your very
yeah. Because the president was a governor or a fucking mayor or something like that before he's a president.
Well, not only that, but
most times,
it all starts at the bottom.
On the panel, a question and see if everybody answers it one at a time. Did the president have anything to do with what happened to her and I?
No.
Would you ever think of a president being able to do to us?
I mean, not directly, but yes.
No, I'm talking about directly. Could you ever imagine any single president of the United States of America going, Tiffany, Chris, I'm going to fuck your world up, ever, in any scenario?
Well, no, of course not.
No. But now, how about this? Local prosecutor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That's what's happening. So those are most important. I promise you, that's where the power's at. It's when you're local. So if you are worried about the government stepping on your toes, start with your local authorities and then like focus on that, y'all, because that's where your voting rights are.
Oh, yeah. The councilmen, the prosecutors, the judges, all of them.
You're local. Yep. You hit your local first, understand what's happening in the politics in your own neighborhood, and then worry about, you know, what's up upstairs, because upstairs ain't really affecting you or your neighbors that much. What's upstairs is affecting the ones that are like right here for you, the ones in your life.
National, definitely. That's
what upstairs is for, you know. That's the ones that are up there. They're pulling the strings of the ones right around your neighborhood. Your neighborhood, get involved. You know, you don't have to go to all the hearings and meetings and all that shit. You just need to know who the fuck is doing what. And when you hear of any of your officials that are violating so much as one single amendment right of another person, you need to vote them out like yesterday, because they are so disrespectful. You might as well be talking about how a person shouldn't walk into a judge's courtroom and say, fuck you, judge. That's the same kind of attitude. Get rid of that fucker quick, because they're terrible for your area, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I tell you what, I'm done talking, man. I've had, is there any way you all could play her intro, like, to her show?
Road Dogg could probably pull it up and play it real quick.
Yeah, give me.
Is it on all of your videos?
I think it's on just my page, right?
Yeah, on her page. Yeah, you can pull
Yeah,
up.
but
any-
she's got some
I think
videos
she
on her
put it
page.
on all of them. Yeah, it's the beginning. I'm so proud of her. It's so fucking cute. I wanted to sort of tell you guys
And
what's
we
up
got
there.
you, girl. Wednesday, Heather and I will be here. Don't you worry.
Yo, yeah, y'all are gonna want to do
Nice.
some talking.
That's what I was going to throw out there.
Yeah.
I do have to check my schedule. I know that I do have to work on Wednesday, but as long as everything goes the way it's supposed to, I should be here back at home by 8:30.
Well, if we need to adjust the time, just let us know.
Yeah. We can go a little bit later if you need to get settled in or whatever. That's not a big
Awesome.
deal.
And I'll get her all set up on the system before I go to work. I'll have it all ready for her. So all she's got to do
Oh,
is
yeah,
come
I've
in.
never used any of this. So,
We can walk you through it if anything.
Did
Right.
anybody have any questions about what happened?
I will need her email so that I can send the link to her Wednesday, since
Yeah.
you won't be there.
We'll shoot it over to you, Heather.
There you go.
Did anybody have any questions? Did I miss it, like in chat or anything? Was anybody?
You've
I
pretty
mean-
much been answering them as
Yeah,
they come
yeah.
through.
Yeah, you pretty much, I think, answered a lot of the questions that were out there.
That's why I like to kind of take the wheel on it, because I usually end up covering it anyway. Not even,
he's told our story a lot more than I have.
Well, I'm the one that had to call the lawyers. Guys, I called lawyers for a year straight. I'm not kidding. I'm talking about like 6 hours a day. I called lawyers to explain it. And you can't tell that story to everybody 6 hours a day and get anywhere. You got to call about like 50 lawyers a day. Honestly, I'm not exaggerating. It because you got Monday through Friday, and they usually start around 10 and they leave at about 4. So you got to hurry up and get as many calls in and bypass that paralegal, because, if you can't be real quick to say what happened, DCS fucked up. We did the appeal. We won. Judge flipped out, turned everything around on us, sent a SWAT team in the door illegally, false warrant. Next thing you know, we got beat up, broken bones, shit stolen. Then they lost all our stuff. And next thing you know, after that, we're like hanging in the system. We got no lawyer. We got no nothing. What the fuck do we do about it? Please help.
You have to have a really good intro.
That's how you do it.
Short, to the point.
And
That's how
I've got your intro pulled up.
I love
you
this
ready
thing.
for it?
It's so fucking cute. Yeah.
Nice.
Following the law. What we're doing is making an appointment with Jeremy Moore. Can everybody identify themselves, please? I'll explain to you.
Look at the reaction. Yes, everybody got
The one that walked earlier. Sir, what was your identity? McCubbin and Van. Yeah,
Or down, down,
make
down,
an appointment with Jeremy Moore. The prosecutor. It was within our constitutional right.
Hardy. Is that what her name was? And your name, sir?
Lieutenant Alfonso.
Sorry. And what is your name, sir? Are you going to failure to identify? Failure to identify, right? Name, sir? Oh, I read it already.
Come on.
Okay, I feel threatened. No, I'm telling you, do not touch me. Get your hands
You did a good job, girl.
I like
that
that.
was
I like
like
that.
exact like that thing nails it to a T. Did you see how they were all cleared out away from her when she was like aggressing them, like what's your fucking identification, man? What's your identification? She running around. Those were all real reactions in real time. What you
And Big
overseen.
Boy had a look of disgust on him when he wouldn't
He's like,
answer.
no, he's like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? I'll tell you all why. And then I'm gonna turn the floor over after I tell you what happened there. They were really serious about getting us out of that building right then.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding you all. We got picked up and pushed out. Like, they needed us out of that building right then. The prosecutor had called them and said, get these people out of my building now. Okay. So here they come to try to handle us, people who know our rights. And they walk up to us and he's like, I need your ID. I said, no, you don't. And then she goes, for what? What crime did we break? You know, and that started it right there. So he's freaking out. He's like, leave. And then all these cops start flying up and Tiffany's running around. Instead, she turned the tables. You know, instead of them like going after us, Tiffany's like, give me your identification. Give me your identification. Give me your identification. And running it. And they actually literally were all like, what the fuck is going on? And cleared away from her. Running down the hallway, aggressing these fucking top dogs of the police station.
You see that? You got an admirer of your intro. You know who American Amy is?
No, I don't think I do yet.
American Amy is one of the oldest female auditors, big auditors.
Not in age. Not in age.
Not in age, but I mean, and she's like one of the first female auditors out here.
She's an OG female auditor out of Florida.
Yeah. So that's a lot coming from American Amy. Thanks, Amy.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
There you go. So we pretty much got a date for Wednesday. We are going to have officially misconduct interview with her and her side of the story. Because she didn't hit Mr. For Public Safety with a frying pan hard enough to get him out there tonight. So we're gonna have her side of the story, which is great. I mean we'll have a good show on Wednesday night, and while you're working, and you won't be around.
Yeah, no, I'm done now. Look at me. I'm just like, whew. It's my job to tell the story, you all, man. Man, I don't want that work. Like, I want to get a paycheck for it. It's fucking ridiculous. Well, I've had to do it for 2 years now.
Well, let me be the first to tell you, man, the Road and Tow Show, we appreciate you coming up here for public safety.
Definitely.
And sharing your story. It was a great 2 nights. Your story is just, it's insane what these people have done to you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're going to hear more from official misconduct over there.
And from our content, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And everybody go over and like, share, and subscribe. Official Misconduct and for public safety, and get the word out. If you got community pages, put them on your community pages for them. Let's get the word out about these guys, so we can start making some things happen. And please don't call nobody and make it worse. You know how that goes. Just saying.
Well,
The
you
no
know,
call
do not call these bad actors.
Yeah. The pretenders.
Do not call these people when they screw up, and unless you got legal stuff to talk about. That's all.
Right.
My page doesn't have a lot of content up yet, but that's because it's taken me a little bit longer to get some stuff published because I have to do the public records requests and
she's
get
doing it right.
everything done the right way.
She's using the Open Records Act to get factual content, and then
She took care of all that. You just got to give us your side as a mom and all that stuff going through. Yeah.
Thank you. Absolutely.
But yeah, for all you guys, you know, pushing over to public safety page here and joining public safety page, you know, let people know, you know, this is where you find the story is right here on Road and Tow. And then what you're going to need to know is to watch it in order. I mean, you know, do a little fast forward if you have to. Don't worry about my analytics. But watch it in order and see what we're going through. It's real time, guys. This is stuff that, everything I've told you, what you're going to be witnessing is it in real time as it happens when we deal with it. We're unraveling the nest, so to speak. And you guys are along for the ride. That's what's happening on for public safety page. So when you go and you're subscribed and you got your notification bell, every time that thing rings, that means me and her went and did something today that we had to do legally. And we made a video about it, and it's crazy, I promise. So
I remember when we first started, really going after, the DCS case. Chris had looked at me and he's like, he said, you've got a couple of options here. And he said, you can lay down and you can, do everything, admit guilt, even though there isn't any. He said, and they're probably going to come back. He said, or we fight. And he said, and you are probably not going to have the outcome that you want. And I thought about that long and hard, and it was hard to do. It was hard. And I said, you know what? I said, no, I said, I'm going to fight. I said, I'm going to fight. I said, and whatever happens, happens. I said, but you know what? I said, we will use what we learn and, what we've been through to make a change somehow. And that is.
She sacrificed her situation at the time instead of bowing down and jumping right in through all those hoops that they set up for her. She said, I asked her, I said, you got a choice right now. You can either do the hoops and get your kids back and let them keep fucking with everybody and yourself, or you can stand up, man, and demand that they do it right. I said, it's going to cost you dearly. She said, look, they can't keep doing this to people. And they can't keep doing it to me. And she made that choice. She didn't sacrifice her children. She expected them to do their damn job. We both did. I mean, even though I knew they were going to backlash, I had no idea. I had no fucking idea they were going to do that over what, because you can't fucking conduct a caseworker can't conduct a report, right? Over that. Like, you're going to do this and all this over that. We never expected all that, guys. When I told her that, what I meant was, like, they're going to give you a hard time, like fake drug test or two. They're probably going to,
you didn't realize how deep the well went. Yeah.
We had no idea the extent of retaliation that they would do over just a stance, because they're not treating kids' cases right. It's fucking crazy, man. We got to do better,
And DCS is definitely not left out of my page.
No.
No.
No, DCS is going to get the blunt of it. We're going to make sure that they every bit of what they do is outed.
I want accountability, and I want people to start doing stuff right. And I don't want this to happen to anyone else. So, Southern Indiana, I'm here, and I will go as far as I can.
Damn.
And we've got some contacts that we're going to put y'all in touch with local auditors on y'all.
Yeah.
There's a few.
That will be able to give y'all some help as well.
Yeah. Well, that'll be good because we can turn them on to the right people. We know who the fuck's doing what around here. Yeah, we've done our homework.
There's a few that we talk to that we can put you guys in touch with.
Yeah, we put you've been in touch with Big Man Audits, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But I also want to put you in touch with Famously Unfamous. You talk about a researcher.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I definitely need to be. Yeah, this is a new community to me, and I'm loving it. I mean,
Famously Unfamous, Freedom to Film, Leo Watcher. There's guys up there by you.
Panda Army, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people I didn't know. Thank you.
But Famously Unfamous, as far as research and some dirty corruption that he has found, I definitely want to put y'all in touch with him.
Yeah, well, he's more than welcome to jump on the roller coaster because we're working our way straight up the ladder. I know exactly every step. You guys are on it, man. Come for public safety, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and watch me and this little girl right here take those steps. It goes like this: DCS dude, judge, prosecutor, governor, liaison for governor. Watch them steps, man. They're fucked up. And in between, we got a cop that got in the way, another cop got in the way, a whole fucking police agency. And we're like, fuck you, police agency. Move over, man. We're busy. That's what we're doing. It's badass. Like, we're really proud to be able to do this for the community. But it's dangerous, man.
And I want you guys to know, whenever we go and do this, we give the utmost respect to the people that are doing it.
Yes,
right?
and
we point out a job well done, because that deserves to
each
have
and
acknowledgement
every time. And I'm talking about, doesn't matter what position they're in. If it's a clerk, if a court clerk or a fucking clerk for a police station or something does exactly what she's supposed to do, or he or she's supposed to do, we make sure we let them know. We say, you did a good job. Just do that every time, whether the camera's here or not. We tell them that. And then when they do a really good job, we say, man, look, we're going to do our whole thing. We can't make you look bad because you didn't,
And I love seeing the good interactions as well.
I do too. That's what it's all about, right? Isn't that what we all want? Is for us to be able to just not even have the camera and go to do these legal things, and for it to go like that. Isn't that what our goal is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely.
I wouldn't care if I never had to do another video again. I would be like, man, life is amazing like this. Our legal system's working.
Yeah.
Well, y'all,
theoretically, that's how it should be.
Well, y'all, we're about 45 minutes over our usual time here tonight.
Yeah.
Someone's got a little echo somewhere. It ain't me, I don't think.
Is it us?
No, I don't think so.
We've been pretty solid.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. I mean, I think we covered from beginning to end with Ford Public Safety. We're going to cover some beginning to end, some mother, what she's going through as a mother with misofficial conduct.
It's official.
Misconduct.
Look,
official
just think about this. She's dealing with officials, right? Official.
Look, man. I'm like, I'm like NC Tyrant Hunter, dude. I get tongue twisted, and when I got something,
it's past our bedtime, man. We're old, bro.
When I get something on the brain, that's why I let the NC Tyrant Hunter talk. And it ain't because I, you know what I'm saying. It ain't because I'm just letting him talk. I just know him, and when he's got something on his mind, if he don't get it out, he'll forget.
Yeah,
and then he'll be kicking himself in the ass. He'll be like, "Son of a bitch, I forgot." then tomorrow I'll have to hear it. He'll call me on the phone and be like, "Damn it, Toe, I forgot this, and I wanted to say this," and so that's why I let him talk. And I'm kind of the same way. That's why I do it, because when I got something on my mind, I got to spit it out, and sometimes I get tongue twisted. But
we're just fucking with you, brother.
No, that's good, especially when it comes to the end of the show. I do appreciate you guys for being here. Your story, like I said, is just is crazy, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you guys had to go through it, and are still going through it, and hopefully, by us getting it out and things like that nature, we can get something done and help you guys get something done. But you definitely got a support system here. You had a lot of people watching. We had I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, 5 YouTube channels, Twitch, Facebook watching. So I mean, there's a lot of people watching tonight. So your word got put out there, man.
Look, here's what I gotta say. You all keep thinking you're gonna try to help us.
You are.
Like, you keep thinking you're gonna do something to help. This is it. Like, you all don't understand. This is what the help we needed all along. This is it.
Just know we're here. If you guys have an update you want to give, if you guys need help researching something, reach out to us.
We'll do, man. Thank you.
We'll
we love you
definitely
guys.
do whatever we can to help you.
I want to tell everyone in the chat and on the other forums and everything, man, if y'all are paying attention to this because you care, we fucking love you for that. Like, that's what we've needed this whole time. We don't need nobody to pay for a lawyer. We don't need nobody to fix her back or get my uncle's shit back or, give me another dog. We don't need none of what we need. I mean, we would like all that, but what we need is just for people to fucking, care about the situation and
get rid of the corruption.
Be a part of
the corruption.
So, because look, every time a new subscriber hits or a view hits, we're safe.
That's
That's
more eyes
right,
on us.
that's
More eyes
that's
on what we're doing.
that's kind of where I was going with that. With everything was, I'm gonna let you and you guys, say your goodbyes, and then we'll say our goodbyes, and then I'll roll the ending of the show like we always do.
Yeah. We love
So
the
go
energy.
ahead, man. The floor is yours, man. You can talk to the chats again if you need to, or if you got everything out. I mean, then I'll move on.
Fuck, there can't be no more in this one, so go to that one.
I just
All
want
right.
to tell everybody thank you so much. Just for your support and for listening and just being here. I mean, thank you.
For finally caring. Thank you guys for finally being the people that care. Like all of you, everyone watching, Road and Toe, all moderators, all the people we met, AFA, and I can't sit here and list every one of you guys because all of you matter, every bit of it.
Oh God, there's so many.
But that's we had none. We had none.
No.
And now we got so many we can't even list them all. That's what's up.
You guys
This is it, man. We love you guys. We fucking mean it. Every time I do peace, love, and the American flag, that's because I fucking mean peace, love, American flag. Let's do this. Fucking stay strong. Let's get them. Let's get out there and fucking put them on film. Know our damn rights together, all of us, and let's spread that word. And fuck, what better way to do it than to prove it by doing it? So watch the videos, learn how to do it like I did. That's what I did. I watched everybody's videos, and then I started reaching out, man. I was like, who the fuck can I talk to? Because this shit looks really fucking cool, like what I need to do. And then Josh,
Right.
AFA, it's you, brother. You did it, whether you like it or not.
Shout out to accountability for all y'all.
Yeah, man, he created these monsters.
Heather Holt, what you got? You got your outs?
I just want to thank everybody for coming. I especially want to thank our guests for coming on and telling their story and the continuing saga that, we'll have official misconduct on Wednesday if she's available, and just get the word out, guys. I mean, it's not about the money. It's not about, things. It's about their rights and how they were wronged and how it can happen to you, can happen to anybody.
Yeah,
I've been hearing since I got in this community, I've been hearing back the blue until it happens to you. Well, it's happening to your neighbors, to your friends, to your family. Stand up for them. We need everybody to wake up and stand the fuck up.
Yes, yes.
Because it's creeping around to everybody, one way or another. Y'all might not even know when it's happening if you don't know your damn rights. So I promise it's happening.
You don't know until you know, and then it's way too late.
Right. Road Dog Media, what you got, brother?
I want to thank everybody for coming in. Mods, you guys were right tonight.
Yes.
You guys did awesome. Except for Heather. Heather stayed up here. Heather. I know you were bouncing room to room too. I'm giving you hell. But I definitely want to thank our guests. I'm looking forward to Wednesday to where we can actually hear Tiffany talk and get Chris out of the way. No, I'm kidding. But no, I'm actually really interested in hearing her side of everything because I know it's going to tie a lot of it together. It may fill in a few gaps that we have, if any. So I'm actually looking forward to it. And I want to thank you guys for coming up here and telling your story.
It's our pleasure, buddy. That really means the world to us to be able to do this, really. And look at how much.
I understand you guys have a support system here. If you guys need something, reach out.
We have been, it's like been so obviously easy for you guys that like when we feel like we're reaching hard for something, somebody's just already. It's not even complicated. Right. Do you see the difference between when we started this show and right now? She's glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She's glowing because she got some of it off her chest.
No, but I did want to come up and give her a hug when she started crying for a second there. Yeah, I saw you trying to do it too, kind of comforted her, but it was like, oh,
we got a weird position here, man. I'd have to be like,
yeah, exactly.
How do I do it? Yeah, I didn't want to look awkward.
Sometimes it gets the best of me.
Yeah, we squeeze each other's hand a lot, man. In these situations, we got our things that we got each other's back. There ain't no doubt.
Right. And
you know,
that's
we protect
the
each other.
important thing.
Yeah, good grief. I don't know if I could have survived it without her, you know.
Vice versa.
Yeah, I think I would have went postal and or something, you know.
Right.
I'd have been in prison for one way or another.
Now, from the way he tells it, the roles have reversed some. So.
Yeah, she's the crazy one now, man. I gotta fucking hold her back. I'm gonna have to get me one of them, you know, harnesses for her for when she goes after.
The passion has been unleashed. Let it go.
Yeah, man. They done made this monster, you know.
This is
let her be the Tasmanian devil on them. But again, I want to thank everybody. Anybody that can help, go over and give them a hand. Definitely go over, share, like, and subscribe. Keep up on their videos. Make sure you watch them on a regular basis. They're dropping them left and right. I think I noticed he dropped 2 of them just today, and now he's talking about dropping another one.
No, I've dropped about one about every 3 days because that's when we go and we got to do something. Yeah,
I think he did 2 shorts today and 1 actual video.
I work 4 days a
Okay.
week, and what you're
That's what it
seeing
was.
is our days off. We go do the business, you know, that needs to be done.
Okay, I saw one that was dropped like 9 hours ago, 10 hours ago. That was the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
so those were
yours.
just shorts.
But I just finished one. Right before we started this. So you know, hang in there. Tomorrow I'm going to release it. So, and I feel like it's the best one I've done yet. Getting better at all the, you know, trying to do it where it's a way that y'all want to watch it. But yeah, man, hang in there. I got them coming. We have them coming regularly. Hers might be a little slower, but they're going to be a hell of a lot better detailed than mine. You know, and she's learning from all my mistakes and editing and shit. So hers ain't going to be.
I will have to tell you, though, whenever I did my first video by myself, this one straight up pissed me the fuck off. Because he was like, oh, look what I just did. And I was like, asshole.
I had done a couple like cool little things. Like, you know, I was learning, you know how you all learn, like you learn, you know, a thing that's kind of cool.
Right.
That you can put in. Well, I mean, of course, I'm learning them one baby steps, one cool thing at a time. And I had just gotten to the point where I think I had like lettering dropped and it spun around. It was like concrete lettering and went boom and it hit the ground and then it bombed and it was like ears ringing like wee.
Right.
And I just done that part in my video where she was doing her very first one ever, and I walked into the bedroom and she's so busy. She was like, you know, like I was my first day, like knee deep into trying to figure out the app and shit. And I came in, I was like, look at this. And I showed her that part and she goes, fuck you. I was like, what? It's cool. And she goes, fuck you. Just get out of here.
You wanted to learn it first.
She's got it though, man. No, well, I mean, I started doing them about, you know, I don't know. I had about a month head start on her on doing them. I didn't release the first things right away. I had a couple of them already made, and then we got going, you know. But
and now you're on a roll. Definitely.
Well, I'm trying to figure out that latency shit, man. I keep getting the damn audio off, and I paid quite a bit of money for the thing I'm using to do it, so I hate to lose it already.
What program are you using?
Oh man, I don't even know the name of it, but it's an app I bought that was pretty, you know, like you can
Road
use
Dog.
it on any system.
Road Dog.
Talk about that.
Road Dog. Let's talk about that backstage, man.
Yeah, I thought I was going to tell him. Let's talk about that.
I was going to tell him to stick around.
I'll save that for our chit chats, not for the panel. But yeah, man, you know,
because I
we're
got
learning.
a long outro here.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to bed.
Hey,
I am.
all
You
right.
can start talking.
I hate to cut you guys off, man, but like 3 hours, man, and I'm getting antsy here. And
Yeah.
I know we could probably sit here and talk for 6-7 hours, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
What after I say a few words, I'm gonna just drop you guys in the basement, and then me and Road Dog we'll have our little thing, and then we'll be in the basement. We'll kill the live stream, and then we'll bring you guys back up, and then Road Dog can ask you all them technical questions, and he can help you. All right, sound like a plan?
All good.
So don't
I
go
love you
nowhere.
guys.
So don't go nowhere. Stick with us.
Okay.
All right, y'all. All right. So what I want to say is I appreciate for public safety and Official Misconduct. I got it right that time. For coming up on the panel. You guys were awesome. I want to thank my co-host for tonight, Heather Holt, American Justice of Texas. She had a early. She was having phone problems. Her phone was dying or whatever. She did say goodbye. I also want to give a special shout out to all the mods and all the family members, all the people in chat. You all know I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys rock this. The freaking mods are off the chains. Like, we got the best mods in the world out here. I'm going to drop some names, and you guys know these mods. You'll see these mods. So I want to give my special shout out. Big shout outs to, like I said, American Justice of Texas, Heather Holt, my girls, they rock. Big Man Audits, my man, Nanner, Bananer. Love you, girl. The Big Dog, NC Tyrant Hunter. Thanks for coming in, Big Dog. The Mod God Judd. My boy from New Zealand, Farlap. Farlap be rocking shit out here.
M-Star.
Y'all don't know. I'm getting there, Heather. Give me a second.
Oh, yeah.
Jody FJ. Thanks for being here, brother. Thanks for taking care of business. M-Star. That's my girl. She was out here rocking it. Howell County, a.k.a. Laptop. Hammer Time Media. Sweet Tea Audit. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Thanks a few people that were in here that I'm seeing on the screen right now. Cammed Up Caveman, 007, Truth Be Told, Ron 7, Steve Harla, ex Bootlicker. Thanks, guys, for being here. We love you guys. And I do want to give a shout out to a couple special guests. They weren't here, but they're always busy. They pop in and out, might have been watching. Of course, for Public Safety's friend, Accountability for All. AFA is a friend of the family. And Chuck Bronson. But we all know Big Man was Chuck Bronson before Chuck Bronson was Chuck Bronson. But my brother from another my stepdaddy, Chuck Bronson, you owe me child support. Chuck motherfucking Bronson. But y'all, if you guys go over and subscribe to everybody that I just said, except for a few like Judd. I don't think Judd wants no subscribers, but you know, Big Man, American Justice Texas, Heather, Banana, NC, Judd, Farlap, Jody FJ, M-Star, Howell County, Hammer Time, Chuck Bronson, AFA, Sweet Tea, and for Public Safety, Official Misconduct. We love you guys. I thank you all. Now I'm going to play our outro.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
This shit I'm out, no thanks. Don't mind me, I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me please, fuck this shit I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit I'm out.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to throw you guys in the basement, so you and Heather got to go bye-bye. But hang tight. We'll see you in a minute. All right. Well, let's get this even back up here even. Like I said, man, I love all you guys. You guys did awesome. The freaking mods were rocking the house. I said your guys' name. I'll run it through again because I love you guys so much. All you guys, all the family. I love everybody. American Justice of Texas, Big Man, Heather, Nanner, NC, Judd, Farlap, Jody, M-Star, Howell County, Hammer Time, Sweet Tea, and AFA and Chuck Bronson. We'll leave them two guys at the end because they pop in when they want. But I love them too. They're my guys. I think it was a good show. Road Dogg, you got anything else?
Not really, other than I just want to thank everybody again for being here and supporting these awesome people.
Awesome. And they are awesome, and their story is just riveting. So I love it. And Wednesday night, y'all. Yeah, that's what I wanted to touch on. Wednesday night, don't forget, Road and Toe Show, official misconduct will be here without public safety. And it should be, for now, as far as I know, Road Dogs Media, Toe for Life, co-hosted by American Justice of Texas, Heather Holt, and probably Big Man Audits. We don't know. He's in and out, but that's our guy. He'll probably be here. But yeah, so don't miss out Wednesday night. We might not be 8:30, might be 9 or so, because she's going to be off work, and you know we want her to get settled in and get right before we start the show. So on that note, you know what time it is. This is the Road and Toe Show, episode 28, with the special guest for public safety, official misconduct. I am your fucking host, fucking Toe for Life. I'm back, y'all, and I'm ready to go. This is my fucking host, Road Dog Media. He rocks the shit out of everything. I love you guys. We out this bitch. Toodles.
Later.